Together we banished the ignorance of old night. But you betrayed me. You betrayed us all. You stole power from the gods and lied to your sons. Mankind has only one chance to prosper. If you will not seize it, then I will! So let it be war!
Alrighty. Let it indeed be war. Because it is time to duel. And I'm very excited because...
It's time to duel!
Alrighty. And also, let's bring on Mr. Drake the Duelist. Using an entrance that he hasn't seen in a while, but it's cool. And let's bring in Lady Trip herself. Dun, dun, dun. Hello.
Trip.
Hello, thank you.
Mm-hmm. The birthday message from Mr. Daniel was hilarious.
I'm so glad Trip had a fun time with it.
I did. And yet now I want to watch Avengers, damn it.
You know, yeah, me too. I haven't seen them in forever.
It's been, I've seen him enough, but yeah. That particular intro made me think about that again. Tony Stark. I need some more Tony Stark in my life.
Alrighty. Dark Crusade. Alright. So what is your oh shoot. Whoops. Pressed yes on the tutorial, whoops.
You screwed it up already.
I think not really.
Testing audio?
Hmm?
There we go. Finally, I found a mic that works and still has a charge left.
Well,
I thought you were just ignoring us, Drake.
No, I had a Magic the Gathering deck spread all across my keyboard and I couldn't type. It was like, ah!
Sure, that's what you have spread across your keyboard, Drake.
all right.
Would you like photo evidence?
No.
Alrighty, so how do I invite you into the game, Mr. Dan?
I am under a Sunstrike in there. Do I not show up? Oh no. Oh yeah, maybe we have to be in the same room. Let's see.
Let me just let me create a game. It'll be under Malachi.Dunn. I'll just make the password.
Done.
Oh, I should be in there now.
What are you making the password, you asshole?
One.
Like I said, Daniel, there's a lot of missing context for you. You'll catch up quick. Fucker. Not you.
What have you got me into, Trip?
Yeah, well.
Let me... Yeah, and if Drake, you want to play too, I'd be happy to Happy to let you on. That'd be fun.
I have nothing set up right this second. Give me a sec.
So what do you when you do a multiplayer like this or a PvP? So basically you all start from scratch and then try to defeat each other?
Yep.
Well, you know I'm not participating because you don't play fair when somebody's a newbie.
I don't mind having it be rough because I'd rather play it in hard mode.
Yeah, okay, Daniel. You'll fit right in.
Defines what kind of hard. She loves all kinds of specifically hard things.
Yeah. I figured Trip would like that.
Oh, Jesus. Didn't
Yeah,
even give it 5 minutes.
A lot of silicon stuff.
Well, no, haven't you played this before, Daniel?
Years. It's been years. I'm so rusty. But I know how it generally works. So, although I don't know how we start a game. Did you create?
I think.
Did you create a game?
I
Okay.
think that I. Okay. Maybe I need to friend you on Steam. Maybe that's what needs to happen.
Sure.
Oh, God forbid anybody looked up how do we do PvP on,
Well, it's with somebody I don't know. That's the. Let me.
It's a trial by fire.
It always is.
If I join game, I just join like random games. But
Yeah, let me see.
actually, if you start a game, I think it should show me in the list of games. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, just start a game.
Okay. Create game. Game Malachi Dunn. Woof 1 exclamation point. And I'll do Fortress. And I think open
and yeah.
Okay.
And then I guess close the third one, unless you want to open it for observer.
Yeah, and I'll just yeah.
No, the third slot still you got 2 opens.
Oh, okay.
Hey, Charlie.
Yeah, then
Hey,
let's
Kishu.
see
Good to see you.
if I can. There it is. Okay, I can join.
Oh, is that who that is?
What's the password again?
Woof WOOF 1 exclamation point.
Wow,
It's
nice and easy.
It's also a loving tribute to our dear Trip.
Mm-hmm. Fuck you. Pips is the one that started that shit.
All right.
Wise man.
Is that in reference to Perion?
No, it's okay. It's in reference to they make fun of how I say that word. So I refuse to say that word. But yes, no, that's when Pips and I were doing the character study of Matt. And yeah. Anyways, so,
I see.
it's taken over just like tripe with the flashes. So, I'm just like, I'm so bullied and abused, I swear.
I've sworn to never say tripe.
Thank you. I will love you forever for that.
It's too easy. I mean, come on. You guys got to work harder.
I'm a little Trip Pat, short and stout.
Okay,
Here
you know
is my
what?
handle.
You're supposed to be playing a game here. No, Keisho. Just no. Because then they'll just make fun of me more.
So, do you remember how this works generally? You have played.
Yeah, I've played a lot of RTS games in the past. My main one has been Battle for Middle Earth.
Okay.
I love the
Oh,
old style
Charlie
RTS.
Spur. Oh, Charlie Spur. Hello, how's it going?
Well, I thought you said
Oh,
that's
sorry,
what
it's-
I was asking, Goof.
Well, there's two Charlies. There's Charlie Calkins and Charlie Spur.
Okay, so I don't know Charlie Spur. I don't know you. Do I know you? I'm trying to find the YouTube link so I can talk to him in chat.
He is a prequel defender. He's mostly on Anomaly Inc., but hopefully...
You didn't post the damn YouTube link.
Oh,
Good
whoops. I
God,
need
make me
to.
do it the hard way. Yeah.
I looked it up.
Do you know what room you guys are in?
It's going to be Malachi.Dunn. Okay, I need to change it then. It's Malachi.
Oh, what am I doing? Stop it.
There we go. Okay, sorry, I need to make the I need to
Oh, I
open
see
up-
you now.
Yeah, I need to open it up to one more person. 1 second. Options.
I have to say, though, I'd really like to see you guys play some PvP like Doom or something.
Doom against
Yeah.
one another.
Yeah.
I used to be a decent FPS PvPer.
Well,
Oh,
if you
yeah.
look back, that's kind of how these started. Is I was playing Doom 2016 and sucking at it, but having a lot of fun, and then my arm got hurt, and now I'm stuck in a stupid freaking rune trial that I can't get past yet. So, but I like FPSs. It'd be fun to watch you guys do that.
Done to do that. Okay.
So, has he attempted to get you into Yu-Gi-Oh yet, Daniel?
No. He did play that Yu-Gi-Oh! Battle will start thing.
Mostly because I thought it would be humorous.
Okay, so are all three of you in there?
Nope.
Uh,
I can't spectate.
Yeah.
Then again, I didn't get on in time.
Yeah. Well, once we
Think you had-
finish.
Yeah, I think you have to observe when it starts.
Yeah, but I can't even do that.
Yeah.
I think he needs to turn observers on or something.
He did, but you got to be there at the beginning of the game, and then you can't join afterward because this is so old school.
Yeah. Sorry, I didn't wait.
No
I
problem. I'm
apologize.
observing now in a way.
Okay.
We were still figuring it out.
Yeah.
Well, if I knew that, I could observe and share screen if my bandwidth behaved enough for that.
Yeah, I just
So-
had to make sure that my bandwidth would behave by closing down like 500 browser tabs. I'm not even exaggerating.
Oh, I believe you. I am quite used to that with you
Yeah.
guys.
I did the save tabs as speed dial folder. Would you like to save 184 tabs? Yes. Crash.
Crap.
Let's see how weak the Tau are.
Okay, so this is you two shooting at each other already, or
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
good lord, you only been going for like 30 seconds. But then we all know, men have to finish quickly, don't they? Yes, I have been frustrated all day, and I'm going to take it out on you guys. Oh my god, what a fucking day at work.
I feel that.
No, you don't. You didn't work today.
I'll say
I know it feels great.
you friggin' mofos watching one of my favorite movies of all time without me. While I was at work, no
God, it
less.
is Wiz. Oh, I agree, Wiz. I didn't get to see it either. I actually
God
had to
damn it.
work my ass off today.
Bruh, today was just frustrating. I had to freaking copy paste some shit into a report, and I had to copy paste 211 images. And I looked at that, I'm like, fuck that shit. There's gotta be an easier way. There's gotta be an easier way than this. And I just found the most laziest method possible. And I'm like, okay, that's what I'm doing.
Okay, so I have a question then. So let's say that it would have taken you, I don't know what, let's just say an hour to copy paste all those images. How long did it take you to find the lazy way to do it and then actually use the lazy way to do it?
A few minutes.
Okay. I always just have to laugh because I find myself doing that sometimes where it's like, if I had just done it in the first place, I'd be done. But no, now I've spent the hour it would have taken me finding a shortcut to do it.
No. You misunderstand, Trip. My freaking pointer finger was aching. It hurt. I was wondering if I was going to get carpal tunnel from this shit.
Oh.
And so I was like, you know what? There's got to be an easier way. Work smarter, not harder. In the wise words of the Primarch Rogel Dorn, hard. God damn it.
Yes.
In the words of Rogel fuck that.
I completely forgot the funny little meme quote that I found. Hard work works hard when no. I completely forgot. I need to find the meme now. I need to find it. I'm sorry.
Well, maybe it's on one of the 300 tabs you have open on your, browser if you're like everybody else.
It's not 300 tabs, but it is quite a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. It was Voxcast to Nowhere.
And what are you doing, Shy? Are you tuning in from work?
Come on, when does the invisibility thing wear off?
What invisibility thing? Where's
Well,
our-
in God of War, in Dark Crusade, it doesn't wear off. You need a
Oh, that-
detector.
You have to detect me.
Fortunately, you're
Okay.
Space Marines, and your detector is probably one of the cheesiest in the entire game.
Okay, somebody needs to be narrating in between,
Yeah, we
comments
need.
here.
We're color. I'm a color commentator. Trip, you're just the regular face commentator, and I'm the color commentator, like bigging up the asshole.
It's hard.
I'm the normie who doesn't know what the hell is. I mean, I get the basics, but I haven't
Anyway.
yet opened this up and really played it yet. So I'm like, what? Who's invisible? What?
I
Rat.
haven't. It's hard work beats talent when talent won't work hard.
That's making me think way too hard, Wissia. Just way too hard after the day I've had. I just know. You're wanting my brain to explode.
Come on, it was literally just a basic like TikTok styled meme I found on the internet.
Quick question. How do I buy the detector thing?
It's
Ostrich
a
scan?
upgrade to your listening
It's a
posts.
certain unit.
It's your skull probe. Or you could build a librarian, who are way tougher, but usually enough skull probes will serve you just fine.
You mean the
Oh, somebody going for the crew. And the morale's already cracked.
server skulls, right?
Yeah, service skulls.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I don't blame you. There's like a billion different dog Latin names in this franchise. It's hard to keep it all straight.
Yeah, what did I say?
Okay, why dog Latin?
Oh, so the term dog Latin is a derogatory term used with a bunch of lazy British students who don't want to actually learn Latin. So they just go ahead and take regular English words and make it sound Latin.
Oh, Canis Latinicus. That's what I've
Yes.
heard it as.
Yes.
God. Hey, at least I can say Canis properly.
Yeah.
Unlike woof.
Say
Mhm.
anus, and then say with a C.
Exactly. We could always say
Oh.
anus with a D for done.
Yeah, but what's a
So-
Danus?
I guess that's what Dunn has.
I don't know, a dingleberry anus?
Oh God.
Probably.
Anyway, who's Who's the weeb and who's this ultra based guy?
So Daniel, this is Wissia, this is Daniel, and
This is me
Drake.
dying.
Yeah, is kind. Yeah, and Drake is. I don't think he's a weeb.
No, I'm asking because one of you guys is playing Blood Angels, which is extremely based, and the other is playing Tau, which is extremely cringe in weeb.
If you
Yes.
think Tau is cringe, you see how OP they are.
Tau
I
is
know
very
how
weeb.
OP they are. Bro, I collect Tau.
No, I mean God of War OP.
Yeah, just regular Tau, right?
Yeah, these are just standard Tau.
Yeah.
How do you tell the difference? How do you know who is who? Everybody's wearing the same outfit.
Okay.
No, they are
so,
not. The crew are
okay.
naked.
The what? What?
Okay, so
Or do we have yellow versus red? Is that what this is?
Kind of a yellowish beige.
I think that I'm gonna lose. Looks
It's
like
o-
I'm gonna lose.
No, you've already won. It's Oh,
No.
I won. What?
Yay!
You lost control. You made an area control. Good to know.
So
Yeah,
here's Trip.
Oh,
Here's
wait.
a little.
Oh,
Here's a
sorry.
little
Go
trick.
ahead.
If they look super sci-fi and they have Mecha Gundam suits, it's Tau. If they use big rail guns, they're Tau. If they look like knights but in spice, it's a Space Marine.
Yeah, okay, that didn't help.
So the
Tau aren't Gundam.
the Tau.
Yeah, I
They-
know. Number one, I don't know what Gundam is, and number two, they're like teeny tiny.
Yeah, that's part of the problem. Gundams are like 20 meters tall.
Fair.
There was
Okay,
no
mecha.
exclamation
If they're
point
using
on
the-
that one.
If they're
Yeah,
using the
Zaku could kick a storm strike in the crotch.
All right.
They're
You
using-
know,
I have it set up. I have it set up for 4 people if you wanted to play with Sia. Bit of a big old battle royale or something.
The Tau.
yeah,
is
you can play for the Queen's favor.
I don't have Dawn of War.
Oh, you don't have Dawn of War?
What the
Oh, okay, fair enough.
hell?
All right. It's Malachi.Dunn is the game room, and Woof1 is the password.
Okay.
Fucking space fairies.
What are you
Space.
betting?
So shall we do control area or take and hold?
What was the password again?
Woof1. WOOF1.
Oh,
There we go.
speaking of which, apparently there's going to be a mega battle at my local store this Saturday. So, yay.
God, nobody where I live even has a clue what the hell this is.
40K.
Good. They're normal.
I wouldn't necessarily say normal, but
Oh,
Also, I need to stop this right now. Where is the Adeptus Sororitas? Where are my nuns with guns?
That's the next.
Soulstorm.
That's the next expansion. Yeah, Soulstorm.
God fucking damn. Well, at least there's the Imperial Fists, you know. They were pretty cool during the Horus Heresy. And then they became and then Games Workshop were like, hold on, wait a second. We need to show how strong this new Chaos Warband is. What do we do? Oh, I know what we do. We have them wipe out an entire company of Imperial Fists.
okay, wouldn't you want to blend into the landscape?
Never.
Trip, this is an 8-foot tall superhuman soldier who's got 2 hearts, 3 lungs, 2 stomachs, the ability to bite off somebody's head, freaking absorb all their memories, and then spit acid into the other guy's face.
Wow.
And they are literally wearing several hundreds of tons of armor. Not hundreds
Also,
of tons,
blending in is
a
an
few
excellent
tons
way
of
to lose track of
armor.
your units.
I always thought the
don't-
spitting acid was a little overkill.
Yeah, I don't think these guys are very concerned about blending into their surroundings.
Yeah, it's not that acidic for the record. It's more like enough to like pick a lock or something.
Ah, not a battle.
Not
thing.
enough to like melt ceramite.
Okay.
Okay, well, out of all of that, what I want to know is why 3 stomachs?
Oh,
They have
2
a-
stomachs. They just have 2 stomachs. They have a 3rd lung, however.
They
It's
have-
Oh.
yeah.
Well,
So
why
the
2
the first stomach is to process poisons and get it out of the system. The second stomach is the original stomach, and I don't know if Space Marines even need to eat anymore. So
Well, you
There
left
you
out the most important part of the anatomy.
I'm sorry, Trip, but they're all castrated.
What?
You're not.
That's
they-
so
they
wrong.
can't-
I'd be spitting acid too if I was a guy and I was castrated. Come
Yeah.
on.
Now, what does the exclamation point do?
Like, I'm sorry, Trip, but they can't get it up anymore. The only ones that
Yeah,
can
we
are
need to make the checks.
We got to change it to 3 players instead of 2 for auto teams.
It's on. Oh, sorry, it's on 4 players. There's
The-
right now. Let me.
To the to the right of the auto team there. There's 2, 3, 4. Click on 3, or
It's got to be free for all.
I guess that works. Yeah.
All right, let's do it.
Yeah,
Right.
trust me, Trip. If these boys could just get it on with a gal, they would not have any need for their stupid, ridiculous trials or
That's-
gene seeds.
Space Marines are like 8, 9 feet tall.
Yes. Alpha Legionnaires even taller, by the way. As a matter of fact, funny thing about the Alpha Legion gene seed, their Primarchs are the shortest
You're the
out of
only one who's
all of
not
them.
ready.
Their Primarchs are the shortest out of them all.
All right,
Check.
there we go.
But their standard Legionnaires are stupid tall. So, guess what? Guess what their Primarchs like to do? They like to disguise themselves as standard Legionaries.
Oh yeah, they hide, right? They hide in plain
Yeah.
sight.
Yes. Alfarius will always just, one of them will be Alfarius, and Omegon will just hide among the Astartes. Well, according to the Alfarius Primarch novel, he's the one who does all the hiding, and my headcanon is that Omegon is the guy going around calling himself Alfarius and waving his scepter around. Because, like, throughout the entirety of that book, Alfarius never reveals himself to anyone. And whenever his brother Primarchs are around, he's always hidden as a regular legionary. Why? I don't know. Shits and giggles.
Oh, darn it. Before you start the next one, if you do, I should probably see if I can spectate and share screen.
That'd be cool.
Because then we can see all 3 things going on. But okay, so now, again, another weird question. So I always get kind of a chuckle out of, I don't know, whenever you buy one of those building, one of the buildings or the bases or the gunneries or whatever the hell they are, and they go whap down.
How it slams onto the ground.
So I'm thinking, what's going on? Is there like some mothership that's
Yes.
circling the planet and
yeah.
you call it down?
Yes, literally that.
Oh, that's kind of cool, actually.
Yeah. They have battleships that send drop pods where they just slam the Marines into the ground. 'Cause they're so tough, they don't need parachuting or landing.
Oh, so is that what these are? Is like whatever you would call it, like a pod or a garrison of soldiers?
It's a drop pod. Yeah, you can actually buy those, by the way, off of Games Workshop's website. You can actually use them in game. It's really freaking awesome. Like, I don't know how else to describe it. It's just the most thematic thing in the world. It's like you bring a few drop pods into the game. It's like half your army is just in the drop pods waiting to deploy in the second turn, and then bam, 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 they just drop in all over the place, right on top of the enemy, and they just giant 8-foot tall screaming psychopathic soldiers and tank armor come bursting out, firing 75mm guns with friggin' depleted uranium rounds that explode on impact. Like, holy shit, that's a friggin' sight.
Ah, crap. I'm going to like this damn game, aren't I?
Yes.
Jesus.
I'm sorry, but it's just everything about the setting is so ludicrous and insane in terms of scaling. It's impossible to not like it. It's impossible to like it. To not like it. I'm sorry.
Just shoot me when I start to know as much about this game and all the various things you've been talking about as I now know about Yu-Gi-Oh! Just fucking kill me when that happens. Oh, God. By the way, what was the Elden Ring update?
I don't know. I haven't checked that yet.
Well, it came out on the 18th, and when I when I did the Steam update, it showed me that there was an Elden Ring update, so I was just curious what they did. Yeah, see, I mean, I'm like going, well, if you knew where your enemy was and you can call those little things down wherever you want, man, you could just smush them without needing your Marines. Does it work that way in game?
I hope so.
Well, I don't know, but that'd be fun.
I mean, it'd be overpowered as all hell and completely unfair and unbalanced. However,
well, while
would be
you were
pretty
doing
cool.
that to them, they could be doing that to you. You could.
Oh,
Just
they
go
don't have
around,
that.
like smushing everybody.
They don't have that. Only okay. So only the Space Marines have been known to use drop pods. Although the Inquisition retrofits them so that way their squishy human bodies can fit inside of it. But overall, it's usually just the steel rain tactic is only ever implemented by Astartes.
Well, I see that, and you talk about that, and I start thinking about Edge of Tomorrow, where they just open up the freaking floor and go, "Have fun, guys!" Like,
Express
what
elevator
the
to hell.
hell? You
Express
know?
elevator to hell, going straight down.
My little legs would just be kicking, and I'd be screaming. It'd be like,
it would
I
be
don't think so.
And it would be hilarious.
Yeah.
Yeah, it would be absolutely freaking hilarious.
Yeah.
How come you
You
never
know-
put that on the movie suggestion list? It's been suggested, you just never list it.
True. It is the best hero's journey film ever made. It's better than Star Wars in that regard.
I never think about it that way.
Well, that's just...
Still, though, all this talk about drop pods is making me want to buy some.
Well,
Like,
why don't
actually
you
just
buy the game? Why don't you play with other people online rather than playing with your little toys at home with you?
Because I don't play with my little toys at home.
Why not? What do? Do you make them just sit up on the shelf and be all lonely?
No, I load them up in my car, drive over to my local store, and play a match against someone.
How come? Can you record those? That'd be pretty cool.
I mean, people do battle reports all the time. They're just like the market on YouTube is completely overflooded with this shit.
Well, I don't care. I don't know those people. I know you.
Right? Yeah, sure.
I think that'd be kind of cool.
I could just take some pictures, pull out my little sororitas collection, the gals with the bolters and the pink robes, jet black power armor. Maybe show off the ones with the Volkite charger culverins or whatever. I forget what they're called, but they look pretty friggin' sick.
Well, not pictures. I'm talking about. Don't you guys go down and have an actual battle on a big board kind of thing? Am I not assuming that that's what you do and you take turns, kind of?
I go, you go. I do my movement, shooting because I don't have any psychers. Also, burn the witch. And then, just go charge into their faces and rev chainswords into their flesh and watch them all die to morale. Or not. That sort of system. Yeah, that's what we do. That's what we do. We throw dice at each other, and then we yell and scream. We measure, and then we throw some more dice, and this is a good time all around.
Ooh, do you ever yell, huzzah, magic powers?
No, because we burned the witch.
There's no burning of me. Thank you very much.
You're not a witch. That's why.
Hey, what happened to the share screen?
I forgot to share audio, and I think that you'll find the audio very amusing.
Oh yeah, the audio is the best part.
Yes.
I was going to say we need some blood and guts like there is in Doom. There needs to be blood on the ground and bodies and
There
pieces
really
of
does.
bodies flying up into the air. And...
No, you're right, Trip. We really do need that sort of gore system. Like, holy crap! Could you imagine setting like a squad of Cornate berserkers running up at a bunch of guardsmen? Like the absolute fucking carnage that would ensue. Like the entire screen will just be red by the time you're done. It's gonna be freaking awesome.
Exactly.
You know, blood for the blood god, skulls for the skull throne. Corn cares not from whence the blood flows, only that it flows.
Hey, what happens if you call one of those things down on top of your own guys?
Why would you ever do that?
To see what would happen.
You probably can't.
Just to screw around with people.
I mean, why not?
This Trip is
Maybe
that
you're
kind of
mad
person.
at them. Maybe they were misbehaving.
I aim to misbehave.
Direct us. Stay vigilant, brothers. At your command.
Stay vigilant.
You know, I also remember this hilarious headcanon that somebody presented. That's okay. It's not that much of a headcanon. It's kind of supported by the lore. It's like basically all the Space Marines are highly autistic. Like all they ever think about is war, violence, and killing. And they have like zero social interactions whatsoever outside of their own battle brothers.
This is sounding disturbingly familiar.
Yes, there's a reason why Space Marines are so popular, Trip. It's because all of the people playing this game can relate to them. None of these boys have ever spoken to a woman in their entire life, let alone felt the soft touch of a lady, and they never will.
Well, I don't know. You used to be shy around me.
I mean, to be fair, throwing 1,000 sexual innuendos in my face will do that.
I didn't do that. I only touched your ass once.
No, you didn't. You were not in the room with me, Trip. You did not touch my ass. You merely commented on me having a nice ass, and I got offended.
You did, and now you'll never live it down.
No, it is because I have moved on, Trip. I understood.
I am
that
so proud of you.
Thank you.
I'll be prouder when you can actually see the word clit, though.
Why? Why would I say that?
Because you couldn't say it that one night when I was playing Doom. That was so
That
funny.
one night.
Yeah,
I mean,
I'm merciless, Daniel. Can you tell?
Yeah.
I didn't even know. I wasn't even trying to reference that, but okay.
Yes, you were. Kai, back me up here.
I was making a joke about fingering yourself because I was, like,
Yeah, and
but-
hello. If you do that, what part of the anatomy are you touching?
yeah, the clit.
The womb.
Oh, he said it.
Okay. You're really
Coochie.
you're really gonna get a kick out of this.
Just stop it, Kai. Oh,
Yeah,
God.
even aspiring isn't. He's in the chat right now. Even he's like, "What the fuck is going on at this point?" Yes, yeah. You're hearing all this correctly, Shy. Why am I calling you Shy? I always call you aspiring. What the fuck?
Oh, it's starting to really.
You're-
Oh, Raptor called him that the other day too, or yesterday.
God damn it! You're starting to rub off on me.
Ooh.
This is not good. My parents will friggin' disown me if I start talking like you.
That's a case of you touch me like you know me. And no, I am not high. I know that's the next question coming. I'm just delirious.
Clearly.
I've been arguing with technology all day. That tends to make me more insane than I already am.
Which is pretty impressive.
I dread the day that I see you drunk. I do not want to know what you sound like when you're drunk.
There is a White Cloaks. I was happily inebriated, shall we say, on whichever first White Cloak stream I did. It was like number 2 or number 3 of the rewatches. Yeah, I was a little toasted on that one. Oh, although I could share the thing I'm not supposed to share, which is the oh my God, Kai, what is that one called? The White Cloak stream that had to be redone because it got so out of freaking control. There's only like 3 copies of it anywhere.
I think I might be dead. I think Drake has got me. I think Drake has got me up against. I think he's got me by the balls.
Well. See, but that's yeah, we need to try to do the spectate thing and see how that works, because we only get to see like your perspective.
I am the main character, though.
All right, Rain Galadriel.
You're playing as Worf, Dunn. If you're playing Imperial Fists, you are playing if Worf was a Space Marine chapter.
How
And
can
yes,
you let Worf lose?
Trip, you don't understand. Every single time they need to show off how big and scary a new threat is in 40k, they always is like, all right, and then a company of Imperial Fists were killed by these guys. Oh, let's really hype up the beast. Let's have the entire Imperial Fists chapter wiped out by them. Do you tell them just a little salty about that? Just a little?
We stand ready.
Oh no, I couldn't tell.
It's like,
I need to go get a drink.
Imperial
Hold on, I need to go get a drink. Although you can rant and rave if you want while I'm not here.
No, I'll wait for you to come back. I'll just wait for you to come back.
God.
Marine squad deployed.
I'm going to be more petty than friggin' Purdy. Hold on, wait a second. Dunn, do you know your Primarchs?
No.
Okay.
Not even remotely.
Sit on down, boy. We're going to go through all 19 of them. Oh, sorry. We're going to go through all 21 of them. Wait, what? 19? 18. Okay, 18 of them. Yeah, there's totally only 18 Primarchs. Always has been, always will be. Never more than that. Yeah. What? Omegon? He doesn't exist. Anyway, first boy on the list. Lionel Johnson. This guy. He is Space Knight. He is friggin'. He was found in the middle of a forest on a planet called Caliban, and this. Oh shit! Wait a second. I have to tell you how they all ended up over there in the first place. Okay, so in the 30th millennium, a humble scientist by the name of the God Emperor of Mankind decided that the entire galaxy was a giant pair of cheeks in need of clapping. And so he decided to. He decided that he needed an army, and for this army, he needed generals. And these generals would be the Primarchs. 20 of them in total. I know what I said. Hold on, wait a second. Are my stuff? I will read your stuff, aspiring. I'll get there. Anyway, so yeah, and then, but the problem is that the Primarch's mother had something called postnatal depression or something, and she decided to yeet all 20 of these babies into a warp portal with the help of the dark gods, because she was like, no, I don't want my sons to be used by the Emperor as pawns for his ambitions and whatnot. So they got scattered to the 4 winds across the galaxy, all 20 of them. I would go in order of them being found, but we're going to go in their actual numbers. So, the first on the list is Lionel Johnson, Primarch of the Dark Angels. He is a mucho super autismo because he grew up not surrounded by any people at all. He grew up inside the jungle of Caliban, which is this shitty place. Grew up inside that forest, and he basically had to kill and strangle a bunch of animals in order to survive until he was eventually found by a bunch of knights who took him in, which is why he's a knight. He is Nightman. And he's Primarch of the Dark Angels. I don't need to say anything more. This guy is just super friggin' beast. He is insanely scary. He's insanely intelligent, but he's not very good with people. He's just sort of there, stalking, watching, like an actual lion before pouncing. Anyway, Primarch number 2 is the greatest hide-and-seek player of all time because he doesn't exist. Anyway, we're going to go move on to number 3. Number 3 is Fogelwim, otherwise known as the Phoenician. He is super stylish, super sassy, and pretty gay. I'm not joking. Everybody always had canons Fulgrim as super gay in one way, shape, or form because of how overly flamboyant the guy is. Also because of his bromance with Ferrus Manus, who we'll get to. But memes aside, the guy is also a friggin' perfectionist and super major overcompensating for absolutely everything in his life. And to be fair, where most of the other Primarchs got a full legion, this guy got only a few hundred Marines to start off with. Like, his entire legion was basically gone. It basically didn't exist anymore. And because of some horrible genetic virus going around through them. So, they needed to reverse engineer their genetics from this guy in order to fix all that. Anyway, he ended up falling to the worship of Slanesh because he found a phallic-shaped sword in some snake place. And yeah, that's that. He just kind of got corrupted by the demon from that point on.
Dang.
Yeah. He also had, again, a bromance with Primarch number 10, Ferrus Manus. And yeah, so when Fulgrim turned traitor, there was an incident called the Istvan 5 massacre, where a bunch of loyalist legions were caught by surprise by the traitors in some other legions that turned coat. And Ferrus Manus was fighting off Fulgrim, but the problem was that Fulgrim was using the demonic sword, which possessed him. So, yeah, Ferrus kind of tragically dies. And by dies, I mean possessed Fulgrim decapitates him. So, yeah, he was in for quite a surprise when he saw he just decapitated his closest friend. Yeah, that's sucks to be him. But he's a giant evil snake serpent thing now. So, good for him? Oh, that's enough talking about that loser. Let's get on to the cool guy. Perturabo, Primarch number 4. This dude is petty.
Okay, wait.
Bitter,
so
and
hold
he is
on. I'm back,
welcome back.
obviously. But
Now I think I'm getting dead.
I don't know about that.
Well, I'm trying. Oh my god. Sorry, I opened Bob. How do I get? And of course, thank you, music volume. Good lord. No, I was just gonna say, poor Daniel, of course, gets subjected to us at 200%. But I was just gonna say maybe Daniel ought to explain what he's doing. Like creating a PC game or whatever. I didn't mean in the game, I meant.
Oh, that, yeah. Yes, I am working on a game. So I took a 3-month sabbatical to work on a computer game, and I'm just not I'm only doing that, so it's pretty cool.
It is pretty cool.
Okay, so I need to know what is Bob?
Birth of Bloodshed, as she calls it.
Oh.
And she loves the analogy because Bob is also the name of her vibrator.
Well, not Bob stands for vibrator. Okay, so it just happened to work out that way.
Interesting.
Well, there is no way I can take all of this.
Well, okay, I'm just going to leave that one alone, Jake. I am just going to leave that one alone.
Oh, he's talking about the giant army I've
I
unleashed.
know.
No, there's two of you. There's two giant armies both ganging up on me.
Well, you're the problem.
Yeah, I'm just sticking my head between my knees at this point. That's it. There's
need
no way to get back from this.
You know what? I was about to ask, do you need that many Marines? But the answer is obviously going to be yes.
Yeah, because I liquefied like 50 of them.
Good Lord.
Dear God.
So, Daniel, what kind of game are you actually creating? I mean, that's a
can't
big
say
part
yet.
of why I invited him to the server, because...
I can't say yet. I have to. I have a plan on when I'm going to publicly announce it.
Oh, okay. Well, I just didn't know. I mean, I don't even know, maybe this is too much, but just generally speaking, I mean, are we talking something along like whatever type of game this is, or first-person shooter, or...
It's a single-player game. I can say that much.
Okay.
And it's something one person can develop. But
I mean, is it like and just tell me, nope, can't say it, but is it kind of like I don't know, like is it more like an action adventure type of game like this, or is it more kind of like mystery puzzle solving things,
it's
kind of like Myst is, or
strategy.
Cool.
More like a strategy game. So, but yeah, I'm gonna do a public announcement. Not like I expect it to be the biggest thing on earth, but I want to do like an actual announcement with information and stages and the phase the game is in once I actually have more to show. So I don't want to just like give details away or anything, and just I want to announce it when there's something to show to announce.
Well, that makes sense. But, if you don't rein in these guys every once in a while, then you never get a chance to talk.
He who.
Anyway.
Yeah, see what I mean? Now,
Unrelated.
Now, Wisp will just continue on with,
Talking about these super demigod-like guys, yeah. Anyway, so where was I? Oh, that's right, Primarch number 4. The Lord of Iron, Master of the Iron Warriors, Perturabo. He is just like me. He is petty, he is bitter, and he is a cunt. And we love him for that. He is extremely good at his job. He can pretty much do anything. He can look at something and understand it instantly. But whenever somebody asks something of him, he never fully applies himself. Why? Because he knows his worth and he doesn't need jack shit he doesn't need validation from anyone. Anyway, moving on. Moving on to number 5. Yeah, I know I'm skipping over a lot with this dude, but no, I'll let you just read Hammer of Olympia or something. You'll get a pretty good idea as to who Perturabo is and why we love him so much. Number 5 is Jagatai Khan. What more can I say? He is literally Genghis Khan, but in space.
I think he's the coolest one.
He is the coolest one, because he's the only one who's actually reasonable. He's the only one who's like,
Yeah.
this seems like a really stupid idea. I'm not going to do that. Yeah, my dad is evil and all, but at the same time, it's a lot better than literally selling my soul to hell. So anyway, Jagatai Khan is like Primarch of the White Scars. He is Speedy Boy. He rides on a friggin' hovering motorcycle while Mongolian throat singing. And decapitating fools. That
Okay,
is...
so he goes.
There's some pretty good
Okay,
memes of this guy.
That's
No, this guy's pretty... Yeah. There's some very hilarious memes with the friggin' White Scars. Because they're just such an awesome faction. It's like, why wouldn't you pay? Oh, I know why. Because painting white is an absolute pain in the ass. Nobody likes painting white.
Okay.
Yeah,
Anyway.
well,
Yeah,
I think there would be some women who would say, "Hey, I kind of want to body paint white."
Yeah, good luck. It's like a dark red next to a pure white. Like, good luck with that.
Well, I'm talking specifically about White Dragon.
Oh.
Oh
Okay.
my god.
There's an innuendo in there, and it completely went over my head.
Yeah,
Anyway, moving on. I keep forgetting
Wait,
who's this.
okay, I have a
Huh?
question, and you don't, if you don't want to go there, or the other guys will become bored because they already know. So, synopsis, okay? Quick synopsis. So, what's the whole damn empire or whatever about? I mean, I know there's literally. Okay, wait. I know there's literally anything and everything you can think of, but what are they all trying to do other than just run around and kill each other?
What are they trying to do, or what's their goal supposed to be?
Well, I suppose both. But what's the
Alright.
overall story?
So the Imperium of Man is in its twilight years. It was established a long time ago by the Emperor of Man in order to bring humanity out of the light and out into the light and out of the darkness of superstition and religion, because that apparently all that is stupid and evil or something. And the Emperor wanted to create a perfect utopian, scientifically minded empire for humanity to enjoy. Spoiler alert, gods are real. There's 4 of them, and they're all satanic. And
There's a bit more than 4, depending on what you define one as.
Anyway, yeah, the 4 Satans decide to corrupt his favorite son and get him to turn on him. And that kicks off the Horus Heresy, which is the most horrific civil war humanity's ever experienced, bringing the Empire to its knees, putting the Emperor on life support, and the entirety of the Empire just starts decaying and crumbling around the borders. The Imperium of Man is just trying to hold on and recapture its former glory, while the Tau Empire are the new boys on the block with their big Gundam mecha suits and their cool sci-fi tech and drones, and they want to start expanding out.
So the other 4 then are not human.
So humanity's kind of just divided between 2 sides. There's chaos, and then there's the Imperium. But yeah, one of you guys is playing Tau, so that's why I called them out first. They're aliens. There's just a bunch of aliens.
Yeah,
Okay.
I could have played this Tau, but I didn't want to be a cheap son of a bitch.
The Tau aren't that great. They're kind of
Yes, they are.
they're kind of weak in this.
They're not in the current game.
Well,
It's like Tau are one of my favorite races to play as in the campaign because it means I don't have to do their bullshit mission.
Yikes. But yeah, so there's the Tau, who are the new guys on the block, Mecha Gundam samurai bullshit stuff. Then we have the Eldar, who are a dying race. They used to be the big empires like humanity was, until they murder fucked a chaos god into existence. And from that point, it's
What?
all just downhill.
Okay, wait, no. Now we have to explain the term murder fuck.
I mean that literally.
Well, I kind of figured, but even me, okay, I'm going, wait, what? Wait,
So-
so they went around murdering people and fucking them and created a god?
Literally,
Yes. Yeah, that is literally what happened.
So necrophiliacs then.
Worse.
Basically, just killing.
They're
Basically,
sadists.
yes.
They are sexual sadists who have no idea what consent is. They
Yeah,
are
but if a
horrible.
body is dead, it can't consent. So are we talking
I think it's
rape,
more.
murder, fuck?
I think
No,
it's
it's more like-
along. I think it's more along the lines of they screwed them till they were dead.
Yes. That's
Oh,
more
okay.
Fuck them all to death.
Okay,
literally.
well, that's not what murder fuck means. Okay,
I'm
it would
sorry.
be like no, but that's why I'm just saying we need to clarify these details. They're
Okay.
important. Okay, continue.
So the Eldar became extremely hedonistic to the point where they were killing people while effing them. So there you go. That's
Okay.
and all that psychic energy culminated in the warp and created the chaos goddess Slanesh, otherwise known as She Who Thirsts.
Well, that's interesting. How do you spell that name? I might have to change my server neck.
God damn it.
I'm not joking either.
Let's see. I'll just go and type it into like the private chat. Because
Oh, what?
Slanesh is also one of the few Chaos Gods that actually cares about Xenos races.
I'm
Yeah,
assuming it's something
because-
like LANESH or maybe LYN.
I don't know, just type in what I have.
SLAANESH.
She's weird.
Oh,
okay?
Slanesh. Okay,
Yeah.
gotcha.
It could
I don't know. I kind of like her so far. Anyways, continue.
anyway, yeah, so that's the Eldar. That's the situation they find themselves in. Like all of the weird conservative ones who got onto their ships were like, y'all are weird, crazy degenerates. We're gonna fly away from over here. Meanwhile, the other guys are like, oh, sure thing, boomer. We're gonna just keep doing what we're doing. And then their entire empire collapses. It gets sucked into literally hell.
Oh my god.
Where the demons then proceed to then murder them. At least their souls. So yeah, it worked out pretty well for them. The survivors ended up becoming the Drakari, otherwise known as the Dark Eldar, and they're like, well, we birthed a chaos goddess into existence. Why stop now?
They're a little more restrained than that. They also hate Slanesh. It's just that they're annoyed that they have to pacify it by inflicting as much pain as possible.
Yeah, basically these guys never learned their lesson, and so they kept.
They're
doing the
not
exact
Chaos
shit.
Eldar, or at least not in the same way that Chaos Marines are.
Yeah,
Okay,
but
wait,
honestly, there
how
were.
are you getting? Are you sure you spelled that right?
I am pretty sure I did. There could be
Well,
an E
then-
between the N and the S.
Okay, that would make a little more sense. Okay, thank you. Continue.
Anyway, so yeah, so the ones that just left and survived the collapse of their empire, yeah, they became the Craft World Eldar. I think they're called the Asinari, and then there's the Harlequins, who are traveling circus jester people who worship the god of laughter called Kekarak.
Segura.
It's a
It's
weird
never
name.
officially pronounced, at least not that I know of.
I'm gonna go with Kekarak because it sounds like Kek.
Kakarot is Dragon Ball Z.
I don't care.
I've also heard Chagora.
Holy shit! You freaking deployed an entire squad of Terminators. That's pretty. They're probably just gonna get wiped out anyway.
Okay, so which ones are the Terminators?
Oh, it's just a Space Marine power armor type. It's the big guy. It's the guys
The
with the thunder
hammer,
hammers.
man.
Yeah, it's the hammer guys.
These guys.
Yeah,
Oh,
they're
okay.
super chonky. If you couldn't tell,
They're super what?
chonky.
Okay, remember, I don't know what half this shit means. So, clarify.
Yeah.
Chomky.
I mean, they have insanely tough armor, even by the standards of a Space Marine.
Okay.
But they're also slower, because they
yeah,
have so
but
much
why
armor.
that word? Where'd that word come from?
Chonk? It's just girl. It's just Zoomer talk.
Chunky?
My God, you're
Are you saying
boomerish going.
chunky? You know what? Fuck off. Are you saying chunky as in CHUNKY?
No?
Yes,
No, he's
chunky.
saying chunky.
Yeah, but chonky is like just like thick with 2 C's. It's like just extra chunky.
And
It's
I
just
am
internet
not
shit.
a boomer, thank you very much.
I know.
I'm only a year shy of it, but still. Still. Fuck off.
It's not hell.
It's either a year or 2. I don't know. I was right on the cusp there.
Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, that's,
Terminator
Okay.
Marines.
All right. Okay.
yeah, so that's the psychic twink factions, the freaking Eldar. But we don't like the Eldar because they're a bunch of pansies who run around using psychic magic bullcrap in order to survive. The orcs,
Are we
however,
talking like
they're-
elves?
they are literally
it-
elves. Yes, they're
Really?
elves in
Okay,
space.
because that's what it makes me think.
Yeah, they are
They're-
elves.
They're a bunch of twinky little elves, and we don't like them. The orcs, however, are based. They are really based. And by that, I mean they live for war and they exist for war. And by God, do they love war. Like, they literally, in the fluff, it is said that these guys were genetically engineered by the old ones to be the perfect soldiers.
Okay, did this come out before or
Or at least
after?
their ancestors were. They are kind of like Neanderthals compared to the Krork.
No, they're just British. That's it.
Orcs are hilarious.
The orcs are
Okay.
literally just British.
So did all this happen? Yeah, well, it has to be after, but how much of this is based on Lord of the Rings, like the
Yes.
Silmarillion?
Yes. Most of it is
Okay,
based off. Well, okay, so Warhammer 40,000 is based off of a fantasy game called Warhammer, which was loosely based off of Tolkien writings. So, there's some fantasy races in here, but sci-fi-anized. We
Well,
hit
no,
them with the sci-fi
cool,
beam,
because-
and now they're cool.
it helps me understand it easier too.
Yeah. So, you know how Space Marines are big, 8-foot tall superhuman soldiers who take an entire a generation in order to make, and they have to go through all these stupid, stringent trials and crap. Yeah, no, an orc can literally just sneeze some spores onto the ground, and then the next day, a 9-foot tall, big green gorilla monster thing with big tusks will just appear, and he'll just be talking like a Cockney British guy and pounding some fool's head into the
I
ground.
think we need to get you an orc girlfriend. You seem very excited by them.
What? No, don't even entertain the idea. Of
Oh, why
female
not?
orcs.
Aren't there female orcs? I mean,
Games
I
Workshop
know.
has
They
tried
don't
that
need them.
before. It did not work out very well.
These boys.
Yeah, no, actually, they are literally canonically all male.
Good
Or at least-
God, what is it with? Who is it that's making this stuff up? Because we have orcs who are all male. We have whatever it was you were describing earlier that have been castrated. I mean,
The
what
Space
the hell?
Marines. Yeah.
Is this just not to offend anybody who might be listening, but what the hell? Was this like a whole bunch of incels looking in a mirror or something?
Kinda, more or
Possibly.
less.
Very possible.
If there's any consolation, that like half the Tyranids are female,
No, the Tyranids just are female, flat out. And also, I'd lie.
except for the
orcs,
Tyrants. Tyrants are male.
and also, I'd lie. Orcs are not male. They all just look male, but
Yeah.
in reality, they don't have a gender because
Oh.
they're literally just fungus people.
Yeah.
I'm not joking.
I have been assuming genders. Bad trip.
Yeah, but no, like I said, an orc will sneeze, some spores onto the ground, and then a new orc will just grow. He'll just pop out, fully developed and everything, ready to go and smash some beakies' heads in.
Alrighty then. I'm not going to go down that rabbit hole. I could, but okay. Moving on.
Anyway, so we've covered the two stupid fantasy races that I kind of hated. So we're going to go and start talking about the cool races now. We're going to talk about the space bugs of death, otherwise known as the Tyranids. They are
bugs,
no, they are nom 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 nom. They are nom. They go nom. They arrive at a planet. They just throw their bodies at the enemy, and then they go nom 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 on their.
Okay,
corpses.
wait. Am I seeing dinosaurs in the middle of all this?
Yes,
Yep.
that is a greater Norlock.
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
Okay.
What the hell?
It's a curt beast of burden from the planet Peck.
Yeah. Okay. So
my God,
Tower
now we have
Crazy.
Star Wars in here, don't we?
Yeah. So we'll talk about the crew really quickly since they're
Oh
on
my
in the
God.
Tau. So there's a race of mercenary aliens called Kroot, and they're basically just beaky freaking lizard people who go around and eat the corpses of their enemies.
They're vaguely avian, actually.
Oh, yeah. Basically, they go around, eat the corpses of their enemies, and then their entire pack starts evolving to bet. They start evolving the traits of whatever they eat, literally becoming what they eat.
So now we have Riddick. You keep what you kill.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
And
So
the Tau think that they're brutes and cannibals, but they like keeping them around because orcs are a thing.
they like keeping them around because the Kroot can do melee where they can't. That's basically it. The Kroot are very scary in melee. You do not fight them unless you're stronger than a Kroot, which is most of the things in this universe, because of course.
Well,
But,
why would you have?
I think that Daniel might have me.
That was a
Again?
ridiculous amount of crap you threw at me.
God.
Yeah, I maxed out everything, and then you smashed all of it.
Damn.
Yeah, I'm looking at the map and realizing just how boned I was because I was in the top corner. You both had to go through me to get to each other. And I was like, oh, well.
Oh, hey, look, there's some drop pods. That's what I was talking about earlier, Trip. You see the drop pods, those things?
I
Yeah, look at them.
do.
Yeah. Damn, that was pretty cool. And now is that Tau doing melee against Space Marines?
Well,
It's
it's an
not bullshit,
ethereal
it's an
walking up
ethereal.
to this guy's face while he gets shot. So it's not.
Although I don't know,
Combat is
I don't know that
relative.
ethereals are meant to be in combat.
I haven't.
I'm
played more.
beginning to
Ethereals
get
are
this-
not meant to be anywhere except in hell.
I'm beginning
Anyway.
to get the sense here that Daniel is a ringer.
No. These two were killing each other at the beginning, and so I just built up and then attacked them both. That's all that happened.
Yeah, but see, still, that's strategy.
And it's like Guard managed to stay in the game way longer than I thought, given what the map wound up looking like. I thought maybe somebody was in the bottom corner, and when I realized that, no, I'm sandwiched.
Let's see. Can I Hey, look, you're in the year edition. All right,
I also kind of wanted to play guard because they're the closest thing to Tyranids in this game.
You're wanting to play now, aren't you, Wizia?
Yeah, I kind of am. But anyway, speaking of nids, yeah, the Tyranids are actually just straight up cosmic hoarder in this setting. Nobody knows where they came from. Nobody knows what they're meant to do. All that they do know is that they have an unending hunger for absolutely everything. These guys will fly in, they will pick a planet clean of literally any and all resources, down to the ore and the atmosphere.
And the water.
And the water, yeah. Everything. And the worst part is that they seem to be coming out of every angle of the galaxy. As in, they're coming into the galaxy from every angle imaginable, as to imply that the entire Milky Way galaxy is being consumed by the hive fleet of the Tyranids. And soon, we will all be doomed to a horrible, violent end.
Well, if they
Assuming that these guys can actually win any battles, because apparently Games Workshop is allergic to letting the Tyranids actually be a threat.
Wah,
But
wah,
hey, they're doing.
wah.
Hey, they're finally doing that in 10th edition, however, so that'll probably work out pretty well. Hopefully.
Xenos victories are ephemeral. Imperial victories are forever.
Well,
okay, so
it's-
with the whether it be Amazon or whether it be Henry Cavill, because I think we're going to see two completely different sets of 40K projects going on. So what are they going to do? Probably just use the lore and then create epic like space battles and shit. Probably.
They'll probably try telling a story of some kind. Henry Cavill's going to probably end up playing an Ultramarine because it's always a goddamned Ultramarine.
Hopefully not.
But hopefully he plays a Custodian. Or, better yet, they adapt the Eisenhorn books. Because
it's like Cavill plays Custodes in real life, so...
Yes.
I'd rather
Henry
see
Cavill
play,
collects Adeptus Custodes, which are a really cool faction. Like, these guys are literally the Emperor's personal bodyguard and have the distinct honor of wearing golden power armor.
I'd rather
They're a
see
big
have the
deal.
best money to points ratio in the game.
Oh yeah, speaking of which, if you want to get into this hobby...
Gentlemen, you'd rather what? I don't know if that was Daniel or Kai.
I'd rather see him play Cephas Kane, who's a funny character.
Oh yeah, Caiaphas Kane, Tim. Yeah,
Or
we can
Caiaphas
do that.
Kane. Yeah,
Yeah.
because that's more human and relatable, and everything else is really unrelatable. Because you're talking like 10-foot tall, superhumans, and normal people aren't going to get it. Whereas Caiaphas Kane, people would get.
Yeah, is like he is literally just a guy who has to keep all the soldiers from running away while fighting against all sorts of horrible monstrosities.
Oh, so that would be like he's in the
He's a
human
commissar.
factor of
He'd be like you
Right.
watching, He'd feel like the audience, because the audience won't know what's going on, and that's what he would be like, his character.
Oh, that would be cool. Well, I have no hopes for the Amazon version of whatever the fuck is going to go on there, but if Henry Cavill does something, I think that would be pretty cool.
I hope he has his friggin' hand on the wheel, because the guy loves the lore and he clearly knows it. So,
well, supposedly, whatever he's doing, his girlfriend is she has her own production company or something. So they're like teaming up on it.
Huh.
So yeah, very possibly much better outcome than like what happened with Witcher and what will probably happen with fucking Rafe Judkins and whatever the hell he would do. So
Holy
Okay.
crap! There's an expansion pack that lets you play the Death Core. I need to play
Death
that.
Core
I
of
need to,
Krieg?
yeah, Die Krieges. You know, everyone's favorite gas pack. There it is. There's the Adeptus Sororitas one. Anyway, yeah, where was I again? Space Bugs of Death. Yeah. Okay. So we're gonna get on. We're gonna go over to like the Necrons. The Necrons are space Egyptians, but robot skeletons.
okay.
Yeah. So
Okay.
yeah, basically. There. So let's go back. Let's go back by about 60 billion years. Yeah, shut up, aspiring. I'm gonna keep talking about this stuff because I've spent like hours learning about all this lore. I'm going to, by
Well,
God, you're all gonna hear it.
I think he's asking to be let in.
Oh,
Oh,
There we go.
welcome.
Yeah, Dunn's not doing much, just dying.
Yeah,
I'm still
Thank you.
laughing at the dinosaurs. They're cracking me up.
Yeah, unlike the Tau, the Crude are actually pretty cool.
yeah.
Oh,
somebody-
nice! He's just stepping on people.
Somebody's playing the
Cheetah.
Grey Knights. That's interesting. Anyway,
Who remembers the Inquisition Demon Hunt trailer?
I
have.
don't actually because I've never seen it.
We should watch that before the night's over.
Oh, Dunn, have you ever seen Astartes before?
No, I have not.
Okay, we're going to sit down and we're going to watch this together because it's just cool. It's like 14 minutes long, the entire series put together, and it's just genuinely a great piece of animation, actually.
That's
Like-
the super
one-
animation that one guy did.
Yes, all done by one guy, and it
Yeah.
somehow it puts Hollywood to shame. And
And
Games
it's one of the
Workshop.
few, it's fan made because it recognizes that Xenos is not limited to thing with codex, we think.
Yeah, the ending of the series is super ambiguous and cool. Well, it's cool because it is ambiguous.
Well, good game, Daniel. You win.
GG's.
Thank you. That was a lot of fun.
So,
This was
So-
such a trip down memory lane. I love this. This came out in mid 2000s.
2007.
Yeah.
damn.
And hey, Trip, you want it to be called Smash, right? Why the fuck is that without copy pasted?
Well, good game. I should have prepped better, I guess, because you destroyed me.
Yeah,
Three.
you lost a lot of requisition going after me early on.
Well, I was pretty much full when I went after him. Like I had everything. He just had more vehicles than I did.
Yeah, but it's the timing. I think I speed bumped you just enough that he wound up on top, and in the exchange, he wound up getting it.
Plus dinosaurs.
Well, yeah.
Yeah,
I
the
mean,
funny thing is that Crudocs are actually balls. Not Crudocs. Crudocs are good. Narlocs are balls. For a relic unit, they're really bad.
Okay, so if you guys are going to play again, you're going to have to tell me how I can spectate.
You have the game.
Yeah, I do. I have it open, and I can go into multiplayer.
Are you doing the specifically the Dark Crusade one?
Well, the war. The one that the Warhammer 40,000 Dawn of War.
You need the to download the expansion for this one. since it's Dark Crusade.
There's 4 expansions, or 3 or 4.
Yeah, I got you the Game of the Year edition. It's the one with the green skull on it.
Yeah, I only won that one because you two were
Dark
beating
Crusade.
each other up so badly.
Well, that's what guards do.
No,
All right,
let's
let me
over
see
here.
if it's going to take very long, because, yeah, we know what my bandwidth is like, so
Welcome
it's
to the
not
club.
doing badly, but it is going to take a little bit. It's only 3 gig, though, which is pretty amazing.
Let's
That's
see.
However, yeah, it'll probably take 5 or 10 minutes.
Well, during that time, Wasia can regale us.
Or we can, well, yes, he can,
Oh,
or
yeah.
we can watch, what was it Drake wanted to watch? Somebody did.
The
Somebody had
trailer.
something.
Astartes.
Yeah, the
Astartes.
Inquisition Demon Hunt trailer.
Oh, yeah.
Allow me to pull that up. One moment.
Let's see. Well, I guess while he's pulling that up, I can always regale you on the disappointingly short history of the Necrons.
Okay.
So, they're 60 billion years ago. There was these alien guys called the Necron tier. Their lives sucked. They live on a irradiated wasteland of a planet that gave them all skin cancer. They all died very, very early. They became very depressed even, and were desperate to leave their shitty home planet and became super stupid advanced as a result. They encountered the old ones who had the coveted moisturizer cream, and they said, "Can we please have that so that way we can live forever?" They're like, sorry, buddy, sucks to suck," and they refused to. So the wrinkly old people are like, we're going to overthrow them. We're going to go to war for the moisturizer and save our people from dying of skin cancer. It ended up.
my God.
It ended out horribly. I am, of course, making this into
So
a
the,
meme as well. But no, it wasn't actually skin cancers because they wanted to become immortal because their genetics got screwed over by their home world.
So the
And-
Astartes trailer. What's
Huh?
the Astartes trailer? That's what I'm looking up. Drake, what's it under?
Inquisition Demon Hunt. Remember, spelled demon with an A.
No. Anyway, so yeah, that ended up horribly. And then they looked back at their star and they saw that there was something that was actually eating their sun the whole time. And that's what gave them the skin cancer. And they're like, hey, what if we took that thing and gave it like a metal body? Which was a horrible idea. As we'll find out after, because he has to think up.
You can just talk about it now. It's fine.
Oh yeah, well I'll just go and wrap it up very quickly. So it turns out that thing that was eating their star was called a Catan, which translates to a star god. And they're like, "Hey, you little wrinkly raisin shits, do you want to become immortal?" And they're like, "Yes, please. Here, build this thing, and you'll become immortal." And it's like, "Oh, awesome!" They walk through the big thing. And they come out with cool metal bodies that can rebuild and regenerate itself, except now they lost their souls. Except for the ones of higher standing. They got to keep their souls, but everyone else is just soulless now. And they end up being used as slaves by these star gods in their war against the old ones. Eventually, their king, the Silent King, who retained his pretty much all of his soul, was like, "Man, this sure as hell sucks," because by the time the war was over, they had vanquished the old ones, and the orcs and the Eldar had came into being, and then their gods started fighting amongst each other. And
Are
they're like,
enslavers still canon?
enslavers are still canon. Yes, they showed up. I'm glossing over them. Basically, what ended up happening is that the Catan started killing each other and devouring each other, and the Necrons were like, "This is our chance, boys. Let's overthrow these fools." And they did. They killed one. It cursed them with a horrible ailment. And they're like, okay, so instead of killing a literal aspect of reality, let's instead break them up into shards and put them into Pokemon balls. And then they did.
Oh, so
then-
one is like dead.
Yes,
period.
actually dead. Actually
Do we
dead.
know
One
which
of them is
one?
actually dead. I forgot his name, but he is the Flayer, which is why they have the Flayer virus. Anyway, yeah, so that happens. They realize, okay, so we need to figure out what we need to do. And the Silent King is like, okay, we'll just go to sleep for 60 billion years, let everyone kill each other, and then we'll come out and reclaim the galaxy. And then they did, one by one. And the Imperium is like, hey, what the heck are those weird robot guys coming out? Holy shit! And that's pretty much the state of the galaxy right now. Oh yeah, the Silent King has came back. He is now uniting the entirety of the Necron Empire. Be extremely scared if you're an Imperial. You are fucked.
Yeah, well, they're mostly doing it to go after the Tyranids because the Tyranids are proven so threatening.
Well, it's
In
because if the
lore.
Tyranids win, there is no more flesh, so they can't go back to their flesh and blood bodies, which is what they want to do. They want to go back to being their old species again, except this time without the sun cancer.
Which I think is the retcon point of pariahs, because apparently they
Yes.
are back. And so they want to all become pariahs now?
No, they don't want to become pariahs. Pariahs have been retconned. Well, actually, no, they haven't been retconned. It's just
Yeah, I
that
think they've been retconned back.
No. They were never retconned. They gave a lore explanation for why pariahs don't show up anymore. It's because A, human blanks are impossibly rare, and B, it's extremely impractical to use pariahs, so they just don't.
So they stopped appearing for the same reason they stopped appearing in the tabletop.
Yes. Extremely impractical.
Pariahs.
Not
Great
reliable.
fluff. Shame about the unit.
Yeah. Oh well.
All
But yeah,
right.
that's the Necrons. That's the space Egyptian guys.
Yeah,
They
the
wanted to get
simplest
off their lawn.
is that
So
they're
is-
they're undead robot Egyptians. Everything in 40k is just a fantasy sci-fi version of a fantasy thing.
So is this what you're talking about, Drake?
Yeah.
Oh god, this looks old.
It is the 41st millennium. For 10,000 years, the Inquisition has waged a covert war for humanity's continued survival. It is a perilous struggle, and only the strongest will may attempt such fates. The Inquisitor has at his disposal a host of the most talented individuals the Imperium can provide. For it is a war against heretics, traitors, and the very physical manifestation of chaos itself. With 1 second of laxity, entire worlds can burn in the fires of demonic possession. The threat that chaos poses to humanity far outweighs that of the most malevolent alien race. The demonic are without number, and their legions span the galaxy. But faith is not tired.
Road trip was not eating, that was me.
There
As a matter of
are
fact,
times
I have literally just finished up the bowl, so, you know, not eating anymore.
At least now I know Wissia looks at chat.
Oh yeah?
I'm not able to look at chat. when
I
the game
don't
opens.
care.
Yeah, I'm just not able. I am not able to look at chat. It actually moves my browser just enough to the left, so I can't see
Jesus
chat.
Christ, I wasn't even saying anything. I was just like, oh, at least now I know Wissia does.
A violent fate, a hidden war.
Welcome.
Such is the future of all who answer the call. Inquisition
He took that as a comment on his thing. Sheesh.
Yeah, so this guy's definitely an Order Malleus Inquisitor. They're the only ones who deal with demons officially. So yeah,
It reminds me of something, but I don't know what.
There's actually a very, very amusing thing that Aspiring sent me. So I figure we should watch
This excitement and torment is getting me so damn horny.
Oh my god.
Motherfucking cock biscuits stole my chainer!
Really does sound like you, Trip. You're so right to call
You know
yourself
what?
Slanesh.
You can all just fuck off.
You did this to yourself.
I'm sorry. You literally picked the meme Chaos God. Okay, that's incorrect. That's Zinch, but you get what I mean.
Put the chain axe in me and rev it up.
No, she
Well,
said
you
it right
have
as
to
hard as you
admit it
can.
is rather fitting, isn't it?
It is.
It is very
You should-
fitting.
Maybe rename Bob Chain Axe.
Oh my god.
Poor Bob. Jeez. And I don't know. You guys are just going to have to play. I'm going to have to download this separately because between casting to my TV and doing, looking at the stream and stuff like that, it's just,
No worries.
I'm getting connection refused by host. Oh, it's because you're starting it again. Okay.
You know what? I'm just going to sit down one day. I'm just going to write out a script for a video and title it like something like, I don't know, newbie friendly lore guide for 40K or something like that.
Okay, so what's the password again?
Oh, there might not be one. I think it's just look up Malachi.Dunn.
No, it definitely needs password.
Oh, it might be. I think it's Woof.
It's Woof1 is what I use.
A wolf one? I thought wolf exclamation. There we go.
All right.
Trip, which should I use? The orcs who are hooligans? Orcs are basically soccer hooligans. Or the Necrons who are Egyptian robot mummies.
well, I don't know. Is there a difference in strength?
Well, it's
Probably.
really they're totally different, but the orcs are hilarious and just love fighting, and they don't care about dying. They just love a good fight. And the Necrons are super serious. They're basically a
Oh
cross
no, we
between-
got to go with orcs. I
Okay, I'll
put
go
up
with
with
orcs.
enough freaking pedants
Done.
or however you want to pronounce it. I deal with enough of that crap. No, we have to go orc. Chaos rules.
I am the harbinger of chaos.
Okay, Chaos is an actual faction.
So that's going to be
Yeah,
mine.
you're one of their 4 gods now, Trip.
You're using the Inquisition.
your
You're using the
harbinger.
icon of the Inquisition in your banner, and you're playing as Alpha Legion.
Alpha
This is
Legion.
the most.
Oh,
This is the most based thing you've done all night, Dunn. I just want you to know that. And I'm willing to bet it's completely on accident.
Yep,
I'm gonna-
entirely.
I'm gonna say this now. I absolutely hate this game and the fucking lore for this shit, and I probably know it more than Trip just because I watched the parody series.
Congratulations.
Oh, you definitely know it more than I do.
Oh shit, that's right. I was going through all the Primarchs. That's correct.
Yeah.
We got
At least do Rogaldorn. Please just do Rogaldorn.
We're about to get to him. We're on number 6. He's number 7.
Fine.
Anyway,
Okay, 7. Good number.
Anyway, number 6 is wait a second. Who the freak even is number 6? I completely lost track. Okay, it's like,
Hey, you think I even know all of them? I just know Rogaldorn and Magnus because again,
oh no,
parody series.
oh no. I just remembered who number 6 is. It's freaking Lehman Russ.
I recognize the name.
Yeah, he's okay. So, you know about that guy at the fract, like the fraternity bro. That's Lehman Russ. He's the guy who gets drunk off his arse and starts talking smack and thinks he's such hot shit, and then he gets his ass handed to him. That's Lehman Russ. He is the friggin' Primarch of the Space Furries, otherwise known as the Space Wolves. They go around, yes, those guys. They go around yiffing all day, and then they get slaughtered by a bunch of Thousand Sons because they don't know what a helmet is, and they don't know how to read. Can you tell I really hate these guys?
By the way, Trip. Yes, by the way, Trip, you actually have seen the parody clip for this. Do you remember when Dunn just showed you a clip where they kept all the names for them were Wolf, 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 and Wolf?
Yes. Why did you have to bring that up?
Because that's literally what he's describing.
Yes, that's what the Space Wolves are. They're literally just wolf. They used to be super cool Vikings, but now they're just wolf. That's their entire personality. They also get drunk. And Trip, you're gonna really like these guys. These are the only Space Marines that can get it on. And they're furries. Because of course.
No. You are lying to me. This is a lie.
They literally transform into werewolves.
They can.
No.
I'm not joking.
Wisna.
Yeah.
Oh, but the question is, do they at the appropriate time?
And also, do they?
Of the dark gods, beware!
I was just gonna ask, do they transform into woofs and get it on as woofs?
No, they just have something called the Curse of the
think so.
Wolfen, where they transform into a werewolf and they can't control it. Once they're a werewolf, they're stuck as a werewolf.
Well, who came up with that? That you just get stuck that way?
The same as that
What
guys
is
who
it?
thought
What is it that causes them to transform?
it's a genetic flaw within their gene seed. So there's like a genetic flaw for every single Space Marine Legion and eventually chapters. So yeah, this is their flaw. They transform into freaking werewolves.
Well,
Yeah,
okay,
sucks
so
to suck.
what about the guys that are the ones that eat the dead and then absorb the genes and start taking on those traits?
Those are Kroots.
Yeah, but
Those are aliens.
so do they? I mean, that could actually be kind of a cool thing if you could pick up the traits of, like a dozen different races.
Yeah. Yeah,
There can be a whole bunch of different combinations of those guys.
Technically, yes.
That could be kind of interesting.
Yeah. It would be very
You could
interesting.
You could end up with like a 9-foot canine.
Yeah, you could end up having like a green bird hybrid with friggin' canine features.
Oh, raptor.
Yeah, basically.
That's
Anyway,
Where's Raptor when we could make fun of him, damn it?
Ping him.
the world may never know. But anyway, yeah, that's Lehman Russ in the Space Furries. And I am going to keep calling them that and keep rubbing salt in the wound. I don't care that Lehman Russ is basically just Thor and he transforms into Odin later on. I don't care. This guy, he sucks to me. Yeah, for reasons I went over last time. Anyway, we're going to go on to moving on to what my personal favorite. So we're going to move on to Primarch number 7, Dorn.
Yay.
He is a brick. He is a brick wall. Plain and simple. You do not get through to this guy. he is extremely stubborn, he's extremely stoic, and nothing ever seems to faze this man. Except for telling him that one of his brothers turned traitor. Then he just gets really pissed off at you and tells you to prep yourself so that you can at least die with dignity. Yeah, he doesn't take. He did not take.
Wait, I want some battle commentary here.
So my orcs are having a fantastic time.
So
Yeah.
When you send them into battle, they literally sing orcs, 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 orcs.
So is that what we were just seeing on there? Is
Yeah.
Daniel and Kai fighting it out over there?
They love a good melee.
Or any of them named
They're-
Narg?
Sorry?
Probably.
Narg is from We Love Kai.
Oh, Narg.
Narg is smart. Narg want to kill Space Marine. Narg want Dunn dead.
Oh god.
Narg
Nice.
want Dunn to death.
So where's Drake? Is he over there just hiding and building while you two are beating up on each other?
Probably.
Where indeed? He's a sneaky Eldar.
Hold on.
How do you
much
know he's
is-
Eldar?
It showed in the beginning who everyone was playing.
Ah, okay.
Do I go through the trouble of buying the franchise pack?
My life is forfeit.
I got it when it was like $5 per game.
Oh,
think
you mother.
No, I think it might have been.
was-
I think I might have gotten it for. I got the whole thing at like
You got the whole thing.
85% off.
Yeah, you got it for like $12.
The only reason he
Okay.
has it and the only reason he's playing it is because he just saw it on sale.
Well, Drake let me know that it was on sale.
That does not disprove what I just said.
That's
Oh.
because I am a big fan of saving money, though I spent full price for Trip.
Anything for the great.
Yeah, I
Limited
kind of thought you
editions.
did. That was touching. Although you have ulterior motives.
Of course.
Hmm
Aspiring. What do you think? Do you think I nailed giving an accurate description of everyone's favorite Rogel Dorn?
I feel like you forgot the pain glove.
Ah, yes. The Imperial Fists have this sacred relic called the Magic Pain Glove. Essentially, what it is that it is literally a giant suit that an Imperial Fist warrior, or even Dorn himself, will use in order to meditate. It has several different features, and most of which alters the amount of pain and suffering that it inflicts upon the person.
Well,
It is literally just a giant magic pain glove that he wears to hurt himself, to inflict pain while meditating. This is how the Imperial Fists meditate. By literally inflicting as much torment on themselves as possible.
well,
It's weird.
I think there is some type of a philosophical,
My life is
good lord, what would you call it? I think there is something where, pain frees the mind.
All I can say is, I can see the appeal and might one day want one. If not already.
Yeah.
Just-
Okay, so I really do. I'm not joking. I'd like some commentary on what you're doing because I do need to learn to play this game sooner or later.
No, you don't.
It looks like he's setting up a bunch of
I-
turrets around this listening base and leaving a bunch of Alpha Legionnaires to protect it. Oh, he's got a Raptor squad. so-
How is that explaining to me how to play the game? You guys
Okay.
all really suck at teaching people how to play
I-
games.
I would, but
You're- I'm sorry.
I can't walk and chew bubblegum at the same time. So I cannot explain anything.
So to explain what exactly I am doing, what I'm doing is I am attempting to try and create an impenetrable wall of towers.
Okay.
around myself so that I can buy myself time to build up a giant ass army.
Which is a very smart move.
Okay, but what are the technicalities? That's the strategy. All right.
Basically, I want to try and build a bunch of Chaos Space Marines. I've got a Raptor squad to run defense. But basically, it's just you're trying to build an army, upgrade your units so that it can become
You guys.
bigger.
This is not the first time we have been through this. Okay, so like as you're doing things like what you just did. Okay, what is that?
Yeah, that is a machine pit. It allows me to build mechs.
Okay, so is it a case of you have to build up levels like you have to in Age of Empires, and then you gain access to building different types of whatever you want to call them? Okay.
Yes. Yes. Right now I'm in Desecrated Stronghold, and I just build an add-on. And currently I have just need to do an Unholy Monastery in order to get full. But I need a machine in pit or
the little purple points you have to capture. They give you money. And then you have to build generators, which give you green money, because there's 2 different types of currency in the game.
Okay, that is helpful.
You have to capture the purple points, and then you can build on them. When you build on them, you get more money. And then there's generators you can build in your base, and they give you power, which is just from a building alone. So you're always at war with balancing how much you're making, how much you're taking, and how much you're losing in fights.
Right. And I'm assuming you have like whatever kind of pit that was that Kai was building there. It probably generates a certain number of troops every so often.
No, you got to deliberately build it.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
To tell it to.
So right now I'm building a Defiler since Chaos Predator
Eldar, where are you, Eldar?
Also, I'd like to defend myself. You've only seen me try to explain one game in which I was trying to get him as far into the game as possible rather than explain it so he could keep playing it, which failed, because fuck you, Dunn.
I've seen you try to explain 2 games, and I've also seen you do a stream on I don't remember which book that was, but
you guys have 1 minute before I win the game, by the way.
I am very
why?
What was wrong about my Oathbringer stream? I was
because you two essentially controlled the points in order to get there. So I needed to kill you before I could actually take a shot at it.
But I think that Daniel's going to win again.
So is this a case of control versus kill all the others?
Yeah, you can choose whether or not to 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2.
Yeah, I got sandwiched again. I saw it on the map. So essentially, I just needed to build up a ginormous army, and I could not risk going anywhere. You two guys both had all the bridges. Hang on. I'll look around and show you what I built up, because you can't see anything.
Oh, I see. A little bit.
Well, yeah, I completely cloaked my buildings.
I was going to suggest that if you're going to play again, that somebody else share screen, Daniel or Drake, so
I can try sharing.
I can't turn the cloak off.
Okay. But yeah, that's what Daniel did. Daniel actually played a lot smarter than I did.
I had to play like a little bitch. The Eldar way.
So the Eldar are space elves, and they are basically little fairy bitches.
Yeah, what I was on the top of the map, and
Literally.
I was just like, okay, I got to put all my points into making sure that no one can see anything.
Daniel, I'm starting to get a feeling that you weren't paying attention when I was explaining all the factions.
Found it.
I was.
I figured it out.
Now you see my stuff.
Yeah. So.
How wonderful that you figured it out once you're dead and lost, Dunn.
Well, no, it's actually a toggle.
Yeah.
I can
Yeah,
switch
Dunn and I
between
both
players.
Oh,
Yeah, it's not a matter of I couldn't do this while playing the game. I could not do this while playing the game at all.
I don't.
Well, anyway, I'm going to go ahead and...
I did.
you're gonna
You're
run
gonna
away
continue or
on
die?
us?
Huh?
We're
You're gonna
asking
run
if you're
away on
continuing
us?
or
I mean,
Sorry.
no, not really. I just have to. I just kind of want to get it off because, it's been fun. Been sitting here for a while and all that, and I'm sorry. I don't want to be an encyclopedia for anymore tonight.
Yeah, well, that's
so-
your fault. You did
Yeah,
that.
that is admittedly my fault.
It is. You could just chat and chill and enjoy.
I would prefer that, honestly.
Yeah, honestly, we need a fourth, or one of you two needs to drop.
Oh, Neff Champion
Okay.
and Wolfie both played this game, and Codex. Why? Oh no, that's just your fucking Steam thing.
Okay, I want to go and see if I can. Huh? Wait a second. New cyber grind stuff for ultra.
I should
Hold
honestly
on.
change my Steam name.
Yeah,
see,
I can also make a 3. I can also do a 3.
Yeah, I think that might lead to better map construction unless me going, oh
Holy
fuck,
crap.
oh fuck, oh fuck.
That
There's an
map
up-
did screw you.
There's an update queued for Ultra Kill. Nice. Looks like they decide to add some new stuff for the cyber grind. It's gonna be fun.
Okay, I actually like the prior one. That was like purple neon acid, dude.
Oh, painting the figures is a huge part of this on the tabletop.
Oh, I know. I see a lot of. I don't know if you've noticed in the Warhammer channel, you'll see a lot of
Oh,
people who do that.
You actually look in there?
My God, I can't believe you do such a thing, Trip.
What? Well, and,
how is-
and Codex sends me a lot of pictures of the figurines he paints, or I don't know if that's what you call them.
Oh, the term would be miniature.
Miniature. Okay.
Yeah.
Who gives a shit?
Wait a second. Why the heck are you playing? Who the heck is playing Emperor's Children?
Me.
My God, Dunn, you freaking degenerate.
So he did the most accidental basting of the night, then fell to degeneracy. This sounds like
Yes.
Please explain. I'm just picking randomly.
Okay, so the Emperor's Children, so they're the sons of the Phoenician, otherwise known as Fulgrim. They are literally degenerates. You know how the Dark Eldar like to rape and murder people? Yeah, that's the Emperor's Children as well.
well, they also like to get raped and murdered themselves. They're so
Yeah,
sick.
there's details. Anyway,
Well,
look, the
then
Night Lords.
I'd get along quite well with them, wouldn't I?
okay,
As my goddess self.
good pick. Stick with the Night Lords. They're pretty cool.
Just explain to me what's cool about them.
The fact that they're literally just the underdogs of the setting overall. I mean, they are extremely edgy. I'm not gonna lie. Like, these guys are the edgiest that it gets. Basically, back during the Great Crusade, the Night Lords were the Emperor's terror troops. These guys would fly into the system. They would kidnap some civilians and broadcast their torture to the planet below, telling them, if you do not become compliant, we will continue doing this shit. And usually it works, and they become compliant. Because watching your friends getting flayed alive by some psychopathic criminals who became demigod super soldiers is not a very good thing for morale.
It's like
But-
the Emperor wanted them to take over the galaxy, and they found the most efficient way possible.
Yeah, but-
Terrorism.
Yeah, but here's the thing. All the other Space Marine legions hated the Night Lords, even though their conquests and compliance, their compliance rate was very high, and it was bloodless, or at least as bloodless as it gets relative to the other legions. Like, yeah, sure, they do horrible things, but they don't kill nearly as many people as, let's say, the Blood Angels or the Imperial Fist or even the Ultramarines, these supposedly more noble legions. But yeah, in the current setting, their Primarch, Conrad Kurz, is dead. There are a bunch of underdogs trying to scrap together an existence within the setting. And they also have some of the best books in the series. Like, check out the Night Lord's Omnibus and their freaking trilogy. I heard it's actually pretty well written. Like, Talos is one of the best characters in the setting, which is 95% the reason why the Night Lords are so based.
Yeah,
It's because they have
strictly speaking, it's
Talos.
pronounced Talos.
Ah,
It's in the audiobook.
yeah. But this guy's really freaking cool. So, yeah, by extension, the Night Lords are cool as well. Oh, and the Primarch, Conrad Kurz, he's the eighth Primarch. He's basically what happens if you took the Batman and then made him insane because he can see the future.
You say that like Batman isn't already insane.
No. We take the Batman and then we give him the brain of the Joker. That's the kind of insanity Conrad Kurz is at.
Yes, master. Right away, master.
Yeah, these guys are
Sorry,
pretty
I
funny.
was laughing about the voices.
Yeah, these guys are pretty funny. We like him. I swear to God, the voice acting in this game is just something else.
What is your wish? Great one. My life is forfeit. I swear to you it will happen. We can serve
Anything
you.
for the great powers.
We are eager.
My life is forfeit.
Oh my God, these guys,
We're here for the dark gods.
man. Yeah.
Okay,
This is
so
your brain on chaos.
Feels good to be worshipped, as I should be.
Oh,
Oh, that's why you're playing
Wow.
them, eh? There it is. The mask has finally slipped, you guys. Dunn has fallen to the freaking temptations of chaos and the ruinous powers.
Was there ever a mask to begin with?
no.
Let's be honest, there really wasn't a mask. But yeah,
That's why you wore Smuglord for so long.
yeah.
Yeah, because I'm a smug asshole. What do you expect?
Mhm.
Anyway, since we're talking about the Primarchs again, want me to get on to number 9 and finish up the rest?
Okay, yeah, I know. But before that,
No,
I
I'm
want to know
joking.
about.
I am joking. That was me being sarcastic. Please.
Oh, okay. Well, you need
Okay.
to.
Yes, there's only
like,
10
shine
left,
a
but
little.
still,
Oh God.
there's only. I
No.
say there's only 10 left.
So,
my
who's
goodness.
playing what this time?
Well, I know that Dunn is playing the Night Lords, but black.
Yeah, I decided to change their color scheme because I like black and red.
Yeah, Night Lords have great color coordination.
Yeah. So, what
Yeah.
are you playing, Drake? Because from what I
Marines.
understand, it's not at your furries.
No, he's playing Marines. He's just
I
playing.
made a
bot-
Salamanders chapter because there wasn't a scheme for it.
My
Oh.
life is forfeit.
So, he's playing the Salamanders. He's playing everybody's favorite, extremely huggable boys, the Salamanders. That's pretty cool.
My life is forfeit.
No, I'm not going to talk about Vulcan. I will resist. Besides, we will be jumping from number 8 all the way to like freaking 17 or 18. So no.
You know, I haven't forgotten.
Mhm,
I
wonderful.
still want to play some FPS chess.
Why would what FPS chess?
Yes,
Edward.
it's hysterical.
It is very funny.
Enemies of the dark gods, beware!
Yeah, it's
Hmm.
and you can actually find YouTube videos of gameplay out there,
My
and
life
it's
is
free on Steam. And
Well-
basically, it's yes, you have a chessboard and you have the chess pieces, and you can play it like it's regular chess. However, anytime a piece is put in jeopardy, okay, then it's actually like a first person shooter battle. Okay, and each piece has different skills and abilities. So, like, I think it's the queen. Is it the queen or the king? I think it's the queen can pick up other pieces and throw them at the opponent. Bishops can fly. And God, which one of them has like a machine gun? I mean, it just literally is hysterical.
Anyway,
life is forfeit.
in all seriousness, I probably should get off. Me and my little bro are doing like an arcane marathon. We're doing one episode per day.
Ooh, what episode are you on?
We're currently on number 5. We're about to be anyway.
Gods,
It's pretty damn good. I'm
Yeah.
assuming you're finding it that.
What was that?
I said I am assuming you were finding it good. You're enjoying it.
This is a rewatch
Well,
for him, I think.
Yeah, this is like
Okay.
I've been trying to get my one of my cousins to watch because he watched freaking The Book of Boba Fett. And he said, "That's a 10 out 10 out of 10 show." I'm like,
we were there.
What?
"Oh,
What are we talking about? Oh wait, maybe I'm thinking of the wrong thing. No, isn't that
We
the
Isn't
really
that on
bad one."
Disney? The one where they I think I didn't even make it all the way through that.
I
Yeah,
didn't even watch it, period. I just refused to watch it.
Yes,
My
we
little-
are aware.
Yes, because I'm
My-
smart.
my little brother made me sit down and watch the entirety of The Book of Boba Fett because he wanted to see the show. He wanted to see what it was like because he wanted to contrast that with JoJo's Bizarre Adventures Part 5, but also because he really likes mafia-related stuff, and he was extremely freaking disappointed.
Well, yeah.
This is a freaking, like, a kid, by the way, who watched it and said this was terrible. A child said that.
Hey, children are pretty damn smart sometimes.
Yes.
whatever you
No, here's the thing. I want to get this point across for future reference. You cannot tell me that these shows were made for children and that they're intended for children, that's why they suck, when literal children are telling me that this sucks.
Ah,
And that's not made for them. It's just that bad.
where
Kids deserve better.
wish.
yes, they do.
Also, my little bro's the one who recommended I watch Arcane when it first released. Like, not when the entirety of the first season was out,
Whatever you
he
desire.
told me to watch it with him, and I've never regretted it ever since.
How can I serve?
Well, that's cool. Well, I'll make you cringe before you go. How's that? And not in a way you would think. So I'll get
Really?
I'll get yelled at for this, but okay, so I have never watched Cowboy Bebop anime.
Me
Okay.
neither.
Okay. But I watched, the Netflix Cowboy Bebop series, and I actually
Oh.
liked it. But I think that's probably because I did never watch the original.
Yeah. Either that or you're just a straight up masochist or something.
Will you
And
decide?
why? If you don't associate it with a previously done, IP. So as a comparison, utilizing, my favorite thing to hate on. So Wheel of Time, I would have hated even if I wasn't familiar with the books, right? And loved them because it was just crap. I thought Cowboy Bebop was okay as a show.
My life is forfeit.
Yeah, I guess. But I
Please, sir.
I heard it was just awful. Just on its own merit, it was just bad. Even as an adaptation, even worse.
You favor.
But anyway, yeah.
However, I
Magic.
must admit it has made me want to actually watch the anime. People have bitched about it enough.
Anything for the great.
I watched the first episode. Yeah. And then the second episode.
What anime?
Cowboy Bebop. Yeah, I watched the first two
Haven't
episodes.
seen. I remember the whole thing about that though.
Yeah.
Great one.
By the way, what was the whole G's about, Slanesh?
Anything for the great power.
No. Huh?
She
You
said
were
G.
saying you were running away from the cringe.
I wasn't.
I think No, me. I said I was running
Oh.
away from the cringe for a bit, which, to be fair, I have made it quite clear I consider all this cringe.
Mm-hmm. Well, have a good night, Wiz.
Bye,
No,
Wiz.
you're leaving right when I get back. Fuck you.
That was completely coincidental, alright?
I am well aware, okay?
Also, it's quite possibly a bit too late for me and my little bro to watch anything tonight, so...
It's 9:30.
Oh well. Yeah. Oh,
What
for a second.
are you West Coast? I thought you were East Coast for
West.
some reason.
Nope, he lives in Cali like me.
Girl, if I was on the East Coast, I would have not missed that Atlantis: The Lost Empire stream, and I would have not came in so freaking salty about that.
Well, I missed it too, and I missed Tarzan yesterday because work kept bothering me. Damn it!
You did not miss it. You were in chat.
Yeah, I was in chat for very truncated little segments because, yeah.
Okay, fair.
Anyway, good night, all.
Night.
Bye.
Good night.
Have fun. Okay.
How come I'm not seeing any fighting take place yet? Normally, you guys are.
Because we're being very cautious.
For
You don't
once.
want Daniel to win another one?
No, I need to build up my army. I mostly just spent the time creating a very, very hefty defensive perimeter around my fortress.
Oh, so all three of you are doing the defensive thing, and you're going to end up just, in your own little corners of the map.
I am trapped here with 3 nutcases playing this game and someone who's getting starry-eyed at it.
Starry-eyed, excuse me. I just happen to be enjoying myself.
You favor.
Uh-huh. That does not disprove what I said.
Anything for
Starry-eyed is completely different.
I don't know. I think it's gonna at least lead to that at the very least.
It's gonna make her lady parts feel all furry.
Oh my god!
You saying Slanesh is going to be getting into the wolves?
Probably.
You lost.
Oh yeah, it shouldn't be
you-
lady parts. It should be coochie. Sorry, I
Yeah.
forgot.
You
Good
lost
thing
the
they can
right.
get it up.
You lost the right to do that, Kai.
Right to do what?
And make my lady parts all furry.
No, I'm not saying. I'm saying that this game makes your lady parts all furry.
Oh, no. That would be death and destruction in Doom.
Yeah, that game makes her all horny and shit. I'm pretty sure you have something similar to a chain axe in that game.
Yes.
Just an actual chainsaw.
I'm always running out of gasoline too because I like to chainsaw people too much. Daniel's being all quiet over there.
He's muted.
Well, I know that. He's just off hiding in a corner of a game. Maybe he's distracted and you could go find him and.
Oh, I muted myself. That's why.
I literally said that. Did you realize that when I said it or after that?
I am pleading the fifth.
What did he just say? I am not your what?
I am not your bootlich, I think is what he said.
Okay, I heard I am not your bootlick. And I'm thinking,
Yep,
okay,
that's pretty
wait.
much it.
Is that? That's pretty good. Only shouldn't it be more like I am not your bootlicker?
I am not.
Yeah, but that doesn't sound as redneck.
And by the way, Shy, I am literally just chilling. I'm just reclining back and
Bless us, great one.
staying the hell away from my devices and just,
Oh, I know. I just also know that someday you are gonna get addicted to this game, and I'm dreading that day already.
Why?
I do not find this and Doom fun, at least for me, in terms of watching.
For the dark gods. Thank you. Thank you, Master.
I just get bored watching this.
Well, honestly, I don't know if my bandwidth will handle.
This has a lot of slowness if you're not constantly fighting.
It's not that. If I played the game, I'm sure I would enjoy it to at least some extent. My tastes in games are as varied as my tastes in basically everything.
Yeah, I know you bat for both sides.
Indeed, I am.
Well, I don't know if we threw furries in there, then that would be multiple sides, not both.
I will not be dating a furry.
We will build it for you.
Well,
I will.
how do we know you're not a furry?
My life is forfeit.
I can get you multiple furries to tell you that I'm not a furry. Since I happen to somehow have gotten to be friends with like 4 of them. And the Scaly. Or X-Scaly. I don't really know.
I happened to. Not that I have anything against furries.
I also do not have anything against furries, but I'm not dating one because I do not want to deal with that insanity. Because they are very much somewhat insane in a way that even concerns me.
I don't know. I had a friend back in the day who was into, I don't even know what they call it.
Drake's gonna destroy me.
He was kind of into the diaper thing.
Oh. Fuck no.
I know, he was trying to get me to write erotica about that. And I'm like, dude, that one is just so out of my wheelhouse that, no. I can't help you out with that one.
There are certain things which are just too weird for me. That and furries are in that realm. Look, I'm a degenerate. We all are, but That is too much degeneracy for me.
I don't know. I had a friend again back in the day, and he was very much super intelligent, very much in control in his job and all of those kind of aspects, but he was also very much into being dominated, and one of his fantasies was just getting thrown into the washing machine with the wash.
Yeah, Drake is gonna. Yeah, Drake. Yeah, I'm dead. Drake's killed me.
One, I don't know how that would
What?
work. Two, with the wash,
Mhm.
that is kind of where I'm like, I don't even think you could fit in there, my friend.
Okay, it's called a fantasy. It's
I
not
know.
called,
I know.
Good Lord.
Still,
Kai, you keep getting your ass kicked. What the hell is going on?
do you not enjoy seeing that happen, Trip?
I prefer that much more when it's in like Doom and he falls off a ledge or Elden Ring. You
More
died.
fun to watch. We
It was-
could have him get the "you died" clip and then have him play it every time he loses something.
Yeah, see, Daniel's the quiet, sneaky type, isn't he?
Maybe.
What hat do you have on?
I do have one of my flat caps on.
How did I know that? He's got quite the collection of hats. If you've never seen him on stream.
I am intrigued. Hats are quite nice.
Ah, crap!
What?
I was counting on your stronghold being the last thing I needed to kill. I need to get back to my base now. There we go. Retreat! Retreat! I'm boned!
You have been defeated.
Oh, so what? That was Drake killing Kai, and then while Drake was out wandering around, Daniel snuck up and kicked his ass?
Essentially. The question is, can I get back in time?
Ah, that's
I hope
funny.
not.
That's funny.
Nothing against you personally, but at this point, I'm actually just a little bit amused by Daniel just fucking you both at the same time.
Sad abused Dunn noises.
Sad abused Dunn noises. See, you are rubbing off on him, Slanesh.
She's rubbed
Although-
off on me enough to stain me forever.
Oh.
So it was like she for a while it was like she was a cat at I'm not gonna finish that sentence. That's awful.
Yeah, I'm aware.
A wise choice.
There.
Although I do have a suggestion before the night ends, completely up to Daniel, but because I don't think he's that familiar with Yu-Gi-Oh, but I do think he's obviously quite intelligent enough to probably get pretty damn good at it if he likes it. So we might be able to show him a Yu-Gi-Oh duel.
Trip.
It's a time management thing.
Trip.
Oh, I know that. What?
Why are you doing Dunn's job for him?
Because I happen to like Yu-Gi-Oh and it's been irritating me lately. But
You have people to friend Duel, Dunn, me, Wolvie.
Well, she wants more. Isn't that the purpose of playmates? You want more of them.
Shut up, Dunn.
yeah, that's what I need in my life. More men to drive me up a fucking wall.
Get Neff included, then.
Hey,
Oh, women are worse. Except for
There.
Puck. She is so damn sweet.
Except Becca?
No, I said except for Pup.
Pop. Okay.
What about Becca?
Well, Becca doesn't play Yu-Gi-Oh.
That's true.
And you thankfully will not corrupt that one.
Yeah, I
Oh.
think Sunstruck's got this again, but I made a better showing. I just picked the wrong person to attack.
In
Yeah.
fact, I might extract a promise from Becca to never touch that game later today. Or technically tomorrow.
She hates weeb crap, as she puts it, so I think you're fine.
I better be. Look,
Yeah, I'm
I
not
don't care if
making
I play the
any
game.
more. Yeah,
I do
just wipe
still
it out.
hate it. While I still play it. I have a very love-hate relationship with that damn game.
Die. What happened to
And that's it.
dinosaurs? How come we didn't get any more dinosaurs?
You like those dinosaurs, didn't you?
I do.
I would have gotten some dreadnoughts, but I didn't need any. I just rolled up with the apothecary brick.
I wish
I love
could
the
have-
apothecary brick.
I wish I could have seen you two fighting because I'm clueless as to what's going on. All I knew from Fog of War was that I got chased out of the middle. And
Yeah, I
regroup.
took the middle and I used that as a beachhead in order to try to protect the two control points next to me, and then just built up my space marines. Nobody was coming after me miraculously, and so I just built up my space marines, built us some apothecaries, and that meant that my space marines could trade with Dunn's Chaos Marines, and I would win that fight, and then I would just roll him. Or theoretically be able to roll either one of you, because Space Marines with Apothecary bricks are really tough to shift. Unfortunately, they're also really, really slow.
That was lucky timing on my part.
Yes.
Again, you two just beat each other to bloody bits, and I just happened to come in at the right time.
Military minus 15.
Alrighty, so shall we
Actually, you
try
can
to-
save the replay.
That's it for me. I've got to call it a night. But that was so much fun.
I think you can replay the game and see it from any player's perspective, and then you can see what I did and why I was feeling so comfortable about that one.
So when I hit your base, you just weren't there. You were
I was killing Dunn.
You were killing Dunn's
I was
base.
trying to kill his base, but I forgot, since this isn't the campaign, knocking out his headquarters is not an instant win. You have to
Right.
knock out all his unit producers.
Right. That's why I didn't
Okay.
finish you off, because I didn't get your barracks.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Then again, that's what I knew I was toast, even if I'd managed to get back in there. It's like, if you go to multiplayer, you can replay that.
Hmm.
Yeah, if you had beaten me, then you wouldn't have been able to rebuild very.
No, I think it's
Well.
skirmish, if you want to replay it. Load game. Recorded games.
Drake, you had the most units killed.
Yeah, because I had the most... Weird. The Space Marines had the most units?
No.
You can kind of see what I did.
You killed the most people,
Oh, I killed the most. Yeah, that
Yeah.
makes sense.
but you also
I
lost.
thought I had more units than the orcs? Huh.
You lost the most, but you killed the most as well.
Scouts reporting for duty. Scouts reporting for duty.
Oh, I should probably do Daniel's because
Yeah, he actually won. And
You
you
can
can
also-
go. We can actually do commentary now that we're done.
Yeah.
So
Sure.
basically, just normal taking the points.
Trip, you can hear how ridiculous the
You
orcs
roll.
sound.
Dunn's already going for plasma. That's interesting.
Huh?
They call
Yeah.
everyone boss, which is hilarious.
Oh, you deserve, master.
Dunn, were you trying to turbo out Machine Cult?
no, I was just trying to keep my I was just trying to keep my like my resources going, but I probably picked the wrong resource to get.
No, that is a normal build if you want to turbo into vehicles as fast as possible. Make a barracks and a plasma generator.
You can turn off
because
Fog of
that
War.
lets you essentially immediately go into your level 2, and if you can get to level 2 faster than everybody else, then you can just run over people. I thought that's what you were trying to do because you can turbo out your generators by doing the forced labor.
There's some fighting there.
And you can
click
see
off,
I'm trying to go for the points because I noticed that it was taking hold, and I was trying to keep people off of them. I even went and built a couple of turrets next to that southeast one. Now, what were you doing over here?
I was just exploring.
You're just
turn
scoping out? Yeah.
Turn off Fog of War. You can click FOW there.
FOW.
To the right.
Fog of War, it's next to the German-looking flag.
Where you just were. To the right. To the right. To the
Okay.
right.
Me and right and left have like a very challenging relationship.
He seems to have many of those.
So there's some fighting in the middle.
If you want him to go left, tell him right.
There's fighting in the middle right now. The Chaos Cultists are so pathetic. It's hilarious.
Yeah, which is why I don't usually trust them for infiltration detection, which means if you're playing Chaos and you go against Tau, you're kind of hosed. But yeah, you started fighting over that early, and I noticed that. And I kind of wanted to... I was kind of thinking you were doing that, and I kind of wanted to stay out of it. I wanted to let you two burn your requisition into each other, because then that would give me the lead in the end. Just doing the whole heads down, don't look at me. Which is what I was trying to do with the Eldar, but it just wasn't fast enough. And over here, I had basically planted my Marine brick and had basically controlled that objective. I essentially had both openings to my base because I was worried about anybody rolling through. I was kind of not wanting to go ahead. What you'll see later on is that I was actually training up scout infiltration, which I was using to essentially let my scouts go a little bit further and be spotters and give me an essential alert heads up in case either you tried to do anything funny.
You had too big of a Marine block there. I didn't want to go head to head with it because the orcs are actually pretty weak.
Yeah, especially not with an armory coming in.
Yeah.
Yeah, I went pretty wide on my tech tree because usually it's not worth trying to get all the way up. The highest I think I went was Terminators, but that's about as high as I needed. Infantry and Marines are really good because if you have an Apothecary and a Chaplain around, it increases their health regeneration to stupid levels.
I have a question. How do you play with Chaos exactly? What's the main way of
you open your menu, quit the game, and pick something else. Chaos suck.
Really?
Okay. More accurately, less cynically, if you want to play Chaos, what you're gonna want to do is use forced labor to get your buildings out as fast as possible and just climb the tech tree. You want to pick a direction, vehicles or summoning core to try and get to possessed. So usually people go for vehicles. And so what you want to do is just turbo out a bunch, like at least a couple defilers. And then once you have your defilers, just take your Marines that have been rolling around and then give them Inspiring Champions and give them the research that has the Inspiring Champions increase their health and damage, if I remember correctly. And then just load them up with heavy bolters and roll in. You don't really need anti-tank for Chaos Marines, because your defilers generally handle that. And because you can get them out way faster because of your forced labor, you can generally get a lot more done than other factions as far as buildings go, but you're going to run very thin on requisition, which is where you have to use your cultists and really start reaching out, poking at areas, seeing what is not claimed, and just pray that you're going in the right direction.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I was trying to do.
It's rough with Chaos because Chaos don't don't really have. They swap a lot of Marines' defensive options for more aggressive options, but it also increases the damage they take.
Yeah, I've never enjoyed chaos.
Yeah, their infiltrate. Yeah, like I said, their infiltration detection is pretty ass. So that is when you want to start going for the summoning circle in order to get your sorcerer out.
Yeah, that's
Though
their thing. It's magic.
The Chaos Lord does have an Auspex, which you can throw to the ground. The problem is the Auspex, I believe, can be destroyed, and that's really, really bad. But yeah, essentially, the point of Chaos is to play, I have a faster tech tree than you because of forced labor. And pro tip, when forced labor, make sure to hit F right before your cultist dies. That way it stops them from killing themselves. And then you see on my end, I've built up my Marine brick, and I'm going into the Orcs. I'm getting ready to take the Relic. Because I feel comfortable enough taking the Relic, and I kind of wanted to poke into you. By now, I think I have infiltrating scouts, so that is why I felt a little more comfortable trying something a little more bold.
I was actually pretty weak at this point because I'm just trying to tech up so that I can get resources because there's not many control points on this map.
Yeah, there's not. So, what generally were you going for with the Orcs?
I was just trying to increase my population cap because they are prevented from doing certain things without a higher population cap. And so with only 3 control points, I was actually kind of worried at this point because I don't have the income to tech up, and Orcs like to expand.
Yeah, but I sort of stopped you from doing that.
Yeah.
So who had that point?
I did.
This one?
You had that, and
I took that one, the middle one, and the one across.
oh, there's one way over there.
Yeah.
Those count?
No.
Okay. This was one of those not necessarily strategic point ones. This was just general all points matter, right?
Yeah. So
Yeah.
Okay, that explains it. I was wondering about that, so that's why I was like starting to apprehensively press a bit more than I probably should have. But hey, when I had the central thing, I could be pretty confident that I could just retreat if I needed to. That is also why I had the infiltrated scouts. Yeah, you'll see over here. That's what I'm essentially trying. I thought Orcs were going to do something funny over there and try to come in at me.
Yeah, that, like I said, this was the weakest. I was at my weakest right now because early orcs are strong early because you can just throw bodies.
Just Zerg rush with them.
Yeah, you can Zerg and they're pretty good melee, but then they are kind of like butter when they're taking bullets. And so at this point, without like some armor or a vehicle or some support.
Dunn and I were both going for that point at the same time, and we were basically doing the same thing, just using our infiltration units as spotters, and I just managed to get there first. And you were building up to hit me, Orcs.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah, I was worried about you because you were right there. Every time I pushed out, you were in my face.
Yeah. I didn't build enough of an army. I failed in that respect. That was a big thing that I didn't do.
Yeah. Then again, that is kind of how Chaos plays. Unfortunately,
I'm
it is how Chaos plays.
I'm attacking now in the side over there.
Yeah. Now we got some action going on here. The Orcs are going to try and stop me from taking the point. I think I yield to them for a little bit.
I just don't have the punch at this point.
Yeah, I'm noticing that squad's morale broke, and I see some fire coming out, so I know you're a little bit weaker in melee than you should be. And here comes Dunn, so I just pull right back. This is not something I need to fight over. I just needed to make sure that point was decapped. And everybody walked away, and the point was decapped. Yeah. So I got what I wanted there.
I was more concerned that you were starting to shoot at my buildings. That's the only reason I came out.
I started doing that later, just on opportunity with my scouts and spotters, but I don't think I got that far because I needed to shore up. I'm going to start really building up this relic because now you see I start having a bunch of apothecary bricks. Now I'm starting to get some more Space Marines.
Yeah, you're still way tougher than me at this point. I finally got the big mech, which is cool because the Orcs, you can attach their leaders to squads.
Yeah, most armies can do that. It's just I didn't want to because I want my melee to sort of be in front and be like
Yeah.
eating combat while I just hose into it with tactical range.
Yeah. Well,
But for orcs, orcs and
works.
chaos actually do like doing that.
Yeah, because orcs, it's a melee squad basically, so it works really well.
Yeah. The trade-off though is that when you join a leader to a squad, it actually docks the squad's total morale to sort of average out between the boss and the unit, so it makes them a little easier to break. But then again, I wasn't going for any build that would really break them easily. I was just going for like make brick, never move.
Yeah.
Don't get shifted. I was worried that I was going to get sandwiched. Okay, and you see me starting to divert off to the west side.
Yeah.
With my Marines, and I'm getting ready to just try and make sure that these points, it's okay if they get decapped, but I just don't want them to get captured and lose on points again.
This is the problem when you take the middle, then you become paranoid about everyone poking around your sides.
Yeah, but then again, with Space Marines, you have a little bit more than average ability to deal with that. Not as good as Eldar or Guard, but enough.
Can encamp. They can fortify really well. Like your fortifications in the middle are a pain in the butt. If it wasn't for the fact that your guys weren't there when I pushed.
Yeah, that's what I was kind of waiting for. You see yours in the northeast sector and then mine in the center. I knew that something was going to go down there because I had my scouters. Actually walk up and sort of take a look at them and then just come back when I knew, oh crap, something's coming. So I knew I needed to have the scouts trying to take that southwest point and just get the Marines back up to there. Or do some kind of big push, see if I can knock out Dunn really quickly. And here you start seeing more apothecaries coming up, and the apothecary stacking with the chaplain. That is a really tough thing to shift.
Taking damage.
When did Trip rename herself to Slanesh?
How have you not?
Oh, and here comes the fun.
I have been.
Okay, yeah. Orcs and Marines are still kind of teasing each other. And now you see I have my Grey Knights because I wanted another melee unit that I could sort of get in front of my tactical Marines and just sort of eat the melee for a little bit. I didn't think to actually use their smite, which is kind of a pity. Now you see my scouts sort of poking around. This is kind of what I like to do a lot of the game is just have my scouts make sure that where stuff is. And I thought I had a pretty good beat on that until the very end. And Dunn is also building something on the far west. Berserker is good choice. One of the better units in Chaos Marines. They don't break morale ever. So you can just join a Chaos Lord into them and just walk through a ton of stuff.
Oh, yeah. Wow.
What did you arm your Chaos Marines with?
6 minutes until take and hold victory.
2 heavy bolters? Not bad. So what was your thinking at this point?
I was just thinking trying to get as much resource as I could.
So you were just resource spamming?
Yeah.
Yeah, I see something start to go down on the west side. That's when I started pushing in because I know that if I'm going to get through, I'm going to need one less player on the table. And here's my chaplain. He's going to like eat the combat from the Chaos Marines. My plasma gunners are going to pull back and just hose the Khorne Berserkers, hopefully. I think I wound up pulling back all the way. It looks like it.
I love those Khorne Berserkers. They're so cool.
I wonder what was your logic building the horrors, Dunn?
Oh, I think I don't know what they do.
They're anti-tank.
Oh, they're anti-tank. Oh,
they're anti-tank, anti-building. Usually, horrors are your counterbalance for Chaos Marines. When you start getting out-teched, you build horrors, and then they can start chipping away at vehicles and stuff that are just harassing you and bringing you down. And they're pretty good against them. The amount of damage they can put into a vehicle is actually kind of silly.
Okay, so I made the mistake since you guys.
Yeah, I had no vehicles whatsoever, and now here come the Terminators.
So I should have just. So I should have just spammed Chaos Marines.
Chaos Marines, what I kind of thought you were going to try to do was raptors, but that was a bad read.
I did one raptor unit.
Where did they go?
Maybe I didn't.
Now orcs are doing something on the east side. They just really built up that brick. You were getting ready for an offense?
Yeah. I was going to send in the Storm Boys, and then, like I said,
did you ever poke the north? Did you ever poke into the north too much?
Never.
Nope.
I didn't even go up there at all.
Huh? Don't know why not. Because if you can actually get up there with Gretchen's really easily and inexpensively, and determine if there's anybody up there. Because there was a non-zero chance I would have been up there, but you knew where I was. You knew where Dunn was, and if you had taken that, you would have gotten the extra requisition that you needed. I say, but you won the game, so
I wanted that middle.
What do I know?
I hated that you had all that fortification there. It was scary.
Yeah, that's another thing. I did not want anybody else going after that relic without my say-so.
Smart.
And you see, there's something going on the west side. Got a fight going on there. Okay, now they're pressing a little bit, but now I got my Grey Knights over to take on the demons, and perhaps more to the point, berserkers. And eventually I would chew through that because I had my plasma gun brick.
And I made a very bad mistake.
I really would like to see a 4-way. Get with Sia to buy it.
Maybe you should.
Or like a 2-on-2. That'd be cool.
Well, yeah, I will when I learn how to play it.
2-on-2 is really fun because you can support your teammate. One person can build or attack.
Yeah, so you don't need to go, oh, hey, what do I do with this army? I know, rush.
Yeah.
You can actually use it to supplement.
Oh, you mean 2 teams of 2?
Yeah, here's where I basically had no better option than to minesweep than throw my captain's face at it. Because honestly, mines kind of suck. And so I just press here. I knew something was coming down there, probably obliterators at this point, and if they were, they would just melt instantly, because obliterators have really varied firepower, but their armor is garbage. So they got killed before you even came back to them. There was no way they were standing up to that much bolter. And blasts, I wasn't sure if that was residual mines or defilers, though I figured it was going to be defilers, but I had a rocket squad, so I was pretty okay. And I figured that the Grey Knights could pretty much just hold it off in melee and make it so that I could just hail it, which wound up happening.
This timing is
I'm going for my press. I'm going to see if I can wipe out Dunn really quickly, and oh boy, here it comes. The orcs are about to move. And I'm going to see it right about now and go, oh crap, what am I going to do? And I thought, since I'm more used to playing the campaign, if I can just break Dunn's monastery, essentially, then I can instantly knock him out of the fight. But it took a little bit longer than that, and it threw off my calculations. That is why I didn't get back in time. You saw me go, oh, you heard me go, oh crap. That was what that was for.
If you would have slammed into me right now while I was still in the center, it wouldn't have. Your base would have been totally fine.
Yeah, but I did not want to let Dunn recuperate. Chaos Marines can get nasty when they recuperate. Because then they make their Lord, then they make their Berserkers, and they have even more pop caps. So that's one of the big hindrances to Chaos, is their pop cap is really obnoxious. It's like 3 for Berserkers and 4 for Possess, which is weird because Possess can't take that much punishment. And so I was basically swinging for the fences at this point. I did not think that... I had at least a couple Predators and a Dreadnought coming in, and I was kind of counting on those holding off, but then again, I'm more used to the AI actually being dumb enough to go for it. So that didn't work.
My plan was, I thought you were in the base, and I was going to sandwich you. So when I showed up and there was no one there, I was
you went for a pincer.
Yeah.
That was actually really clever. That's like actual military strategy coming in right there.
But I was
versus me where I'm just like take baseball bat, crack it in the teeth.
But I was confused. I'm like, where is he? Why isn't he here?
Because I was off a killing. Isn't that just like
smashing
Space
over here.
Marines though? You spend all your time killing chaos and then orcs run you over.
This is like a 40K novel. That's basically what happens in all the stories.
Yeah, Last Stand of the Salamanders.
I love the aesthetics of the
Yeah,
orc.
I probably should have been a bit quicker with my requisition use because if you look at my stuff, I had about like 500 up at a point, and I could have kept churning out units. But then again, I'm not sure if it would have mattered because you would have just focused them down. It probably would have given me more time, but given how much you ran me over with, I don't think time was the problem. I think me just not being there was the problem.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Oh well, live and learn. I don't usually do much PvP in here.
You just nuked him.
And I'm going, help! Here I am. Cavalry's a coming. Cavalry's a little late.
And then Yorks, and then another force comes in from the side to slow him down. That's actually really clever as well.
Yeah, because Space Marines do not like melee getting into them. And that's what my Grey Knights were theoretically trying to stop.
Your guys did do a punishing amount of damage because they are strong.
Yeah, I think I'd actually upgraded both their toughness and their accuracy. Not to mention, apothecaries, because apothecaries are cool.
Yeah, I need to make use of apothecaries more often.
Oh yeah, the apothecary brick is like the strat of Space Marines.
Because Space Marines are individually so much stronger, and apothecaries have like a force multiplier with them.
Oh yeah, and chaplains even bigger.
Yeah.
Not to mention that chaplains are also melee, so they can sort of do double duty. This is why I don't really care for assault marines, because assault marines theoretically serve the purpose of sort of a mixed arms approach where the assault marines go forward and tangle up the enemy, and then the tactical marines hose them. But assault marines are kind of expensive compared to like commander units, because commanders have different armor classes, and so they can take a bit more punishment than assault marines can. And here you start seeing me making my desperate marine stand. I see my Terminator in close combat. I'm going to try to teleport them out in a second, but I think it was too late for them. Yep, there they go.
Your normal Marines over there actually did a good job of stopping those tank busters because they're not meant to be anti-infantry, so they got chewed up. And
I went heavy on the infantry here, and so the tank busters weren't going to do that much damage, actually. You probably would have been better served with just more boys or maybe even some flash kits.
Flash kits would have been good. My mega armored knobs don't have teleporting, so they are slow, although they have that charge.
Yeah, I don't really care for mega armored knobs. Something about the way they behave makes them seem like way way less tough than they really should be.
I just love the aesthetic of them. I think.
Yeah, it's just that I've hosed down so many units with heavy bolters in this game, and mega knobs die way faster than they should, honestly.
So Trip, the way orcs work, the more they fight and the older they get, the bigger they get. And then they become, whoever's biggest becomes the boss, and they become knobs.
Oh, that's cool. So those are like the big guys on the screen then.
Yeah, it took me years before I realized that knob was slang for noble.
Noble, yeah, that's what that means.
Noble.
So,
it's also
What
a
a
dick
coincidence.
So there was the play-by-play commentary. It's a lot easier to do when you're not actually mad clicking all over the table.
Yes.
I think that was pretty cool. We can go through a game after the fact, after something really cool happens, and then we can just sort of play-by-play off of each other, and we all get better at it.
If we do a 2v2, it'll be a blast.
Oh yeah.
That'll be fun. We'll definitely have to do that next week. That sounds fun.
Oh God, you guys are making me want to learn.
Then again, with
damn
3 people, Daniel, you got what's it called? Retribution.
Yes.
Ooh, I have Retribution. You have You ever done Last Stand?
I accidentally did it just for a bit, and I saw that it was a mode. I didn't actually try it though.
I also have Retribution, so I would be fine to play it.
Yeah, if we can get into Last Stand, I can help you guys grind up really hard because I played The Last Stand so much. It is like 80% of my time playing Retribution is Last Stand. And my high turn is so maxed out, and I just like walk through the battlefield and only get threatened by like one or two waves. I can show you how it works.
What the hell is Retribution?
It's another.
Dawn of War 2 Retribution. It's the third game in the second sort of arc.
There's 4: Winter Assault, Chaos Rising, Retribution, and the one we just did.
I made sure to get you the collection, Trip.
Yeah, but I've got, well, that's why I was asking, because I have Game of the Year edition, I have Dark Crusade, which is the one you were just playing, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then Soulstorm and Winter Assault.
Oh, wait, yeah, the Soulstorm. There's 5.
But right? I don't have Retribution.
Yeah, I didn't get you 2. I'll get you 2.
Oh, okay. No, you don't. My God, I have to learn how to play 1 first.
I don't even know how to play 2. I haven't tried yet.
So 2 is a totally different game. Well, not totally, but it plays differently. It's not much of a base builder. It's got a little bit of base building, but it's more about squad control. I really like 2. A lot of people who loved game 1 hated game 2.
I like both. It's just they do
too.
different things.
Me too. Because they still have the aesthetic of 40K, you know? And I was actually glad to have a different version of the game. So.
Yeah, and actually seeing Marines not just getting liquefied by the hundreds, but actually like standing up.
And Trip might have an easier time with game 2 because there is no base building.
Yeah. And Assault Marines don't suck.
So.
Oh, I don't know. I just literally have not, well, I haven't really gamed much for about a month. And yeah, I currently have one that I'm quote unquote actively playing or wanting to play. I think I have 4 going at once along with work. And, I mean, we all know how that goes. And I've not even played Counter-Strike yet. Damn it.
That depends on how much time you guys have.
Yeah, well, I am not falling back into I spend all my spare time gaming like some people I know.
I do not.
Because if you have enough time, like I can present my screen and then I can show you what Last Stand is like.
Oh, okay.
Dunn, I can see when you're playing a game on your fucking Steam. I get a notification every time. Don't you try and lie to me.
Now is spare time. Well, admittedly, I don't have much spare time at my computer these days, but true.
So, did you guys want to see some Last Stand?
I do have to go. My family is doing family prayer, so we'll have to do that.
It's
next.
Probably too late.
Yeah.
But yeah, we could totally do that next time. And
yeah.
Also, before we go, for the record, Kong Pao is no longer on YouTube, but I have the disc.
Sweet.
And he fucked off.
Sweet. I'll have to do that Sunday.
Awesome.
Sunday, right after Writer Showcase, we'll do that.
Yeah, Kung Pao is magical. If you haven't seen it, Slanesh, crap, name, bad with names.
Trip.
Daniel wants to be back.
I definitely think you should come on for it. I think you'd really like it. It's like right up your kind of humor alley.
Oh, cool. Well, yeah, Daniel wants back in for a sec.
Oh, sorry.
I didn't intend that. I accidentally hit the cam.
Okay, good. I thought you fucked off, and I was like, shit.
No, what were you about to say?
Please, for the love of God, learn CTA. I need a playmate for that, and have none.
CTA.
Please.
That's the call to adventure that I was talking
Oh, that's the one
about.
you gave me the link to. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the one I gotta learn too.
Yeah, no, it is actually very fun, and it's a different type of game and stuff.
I
But
will check that out. Is there a night that you're trying to do that?
I could do that
None.
Friday, maybe. We could do that tomorrow.
I can't Fridays.
Saturdays?
Yeah, probably not. But
yeah, everybody's some of that's just going to have to be on the fly, probably. Or
yeah,
whatever. But yeah, no, and Drake, I will. Yeah, I usually listen to the writers' showcases, so yeah, if you guys do that after or something, yeah, I'll probably catch that. I really am, yeah, just still trying to not be on Discord and on my devices and stuff quite as much.
I've kind of done the same.
Yeah, it's kind of needing a little bit of a break. So yeah, I know Shai's kind of like, well, damn it. But yeah, no. It would still be fun on Thursdays if I manage to learn how to play Bob well enough that I feel comfortable attempting.
What's
Fuck you.
Bob again?
Birth of Bloodshed. You know
It's what she
how
calls blood. She calls Dawn of War Birth of Bloodshed because it's a funny analogy.
yeah,
And
well,
because there's
you know
something
what?
else.
No, that was a happy accident. Okay, it really was but that's all Kai's fault because of the whole what is it, dad of boy thing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So
Okay,
then it was
so-
kind of like, well, what could Dawn of War be? Well, Birth of Bloodshed, and then it was like, oh wait, look what the acronym for that is.
Okay.
God damn it,
One,
Bobby.
I will gladly hashtag blame Dunn always. But two, you know exactly what you're doing when you use that acronym. You know exactly.
Well,
what-
now I do, but it wasn't intentional when I made it up, when I came up with that. But
Actually, Emperor, damn it, Bobby.
God. But yeah, I need to go too because wow, did I not catch up on sleep last night, and tomorrow's gonna be hell at work again.
I told you to go to sleep multiple times.
I
Alrighty,
went to
boy.
sleep, and you're not my fucking dad, okay?
Yeah,
can
you're
bring
not a
back some-
boy. So he can't be dad of boy. Maybe he'll be dad of Trip.
And when do I ever let anybody tell me what to do?
I'm not telling you what to do. I'm telling you what you already
No.
know would be better for you.
Hush. Shut up over there. Shut up
Are
over
you-
there.
Are you saying shut up to me or Dunn?
How about both? Both is good.
All right.
God. All right. I had a lot of fun. Now, see, I enjoy watching that when it's like that, when it's not just like against the AI. That's a lot of fun.
Oh, multiplayer is great.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I had a great time too, and I would love to do 2v2. I think that would spice it up really nice. So
Agreed.
I suffered all you four.
yeah, you did.
And with you.
Impressed. I'm
Yeah,
impressed.
maybe with 2v2, I'll finally stop getting sandwiched. I was sandwiched all night.
wow. Just wow, Drake. Really?
That's what it's called.
With
At
Trip
least
here,
he
you
didn't
said-
say
I know
bleed.
that's what it's
Yeah,
called.
I got caught in the center as guard. I got caught in the center as Eldar. Well, technically, by definition, I could have gotten the edge, but no, I never was
Drake,
randomly
you're-
given an edge. It's just I
you're-
just never rolled it. I was always getting randomly assigned the center because random assignment was on.
Drake, I just love you for just letting innuendo just go right over your head every time.
In your endo, you never heard that one before.
Oh my god. All right, guys. I am
All right.
Gonna run away. And if you're still there, Codex, have a wonderful day.
And we
Yeah.
always come back for another go.
And I will call it good for today with this one.